is I'm going to duplicate just this camera scene. The camera source. And then that way I can have it. I can hopefully just drop it in this overlay. And we should be good to rock. You know what I mean? Well, not good to rock. You know what I mean? Oh no. Is it not doing it because there's two? Oh no. I have an idea. Remove you. Goodbye. Let's duplicate. Crodo, thank you for the prime. Crash time. No, it's not crash time. We're not crashing. It's fine. I didn't break nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody relax. We're back. We're fine. Coda! Thank you, Coda. I appreciate the sub, friend. We good? Yeah, we good. No, we Gucci. We Gucci. I just need to try to get this set up. I want you guys to be actually to be able to see the head. All right. This is the one I want to mess with. It's this one right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to resize this. So we're going to bring this up so you can see the head. Bring this over a skosh like this. Bring the size down like this. This is how I had to do it before. We'll get it as close as we possibly can, and then we'll be good to go. If it's not perfect, it's okay. I just want it to be close. How late we streaming tonight? Oh God, probably till at least like midnight. At least. All right, I've got a hanger on the right. I have ads about to start again. Why? Why are ads about to happen again? I don't understand. I don't understand. Twitch is a jerk. Wait, what happened to Twitch? Is Twitch being mean? Is Twitch being mean? What are ads? I don't know. Stream crashed? Wait, what? Oh, that was on Twitch. I have 0 drop frames. I have 0 drop frames. Oh, that must have been Twitch. Oh, shit. Yeah, I have no drop frames. None. The stream crashed twice? No, it did not. Did it really? If it crashed twice, I might end it and restart it again. It did crash? Oh, shit. Did it to me last week. Ran ads twice in the last 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. You only had one crash. Okay. Did it only crash once or twice? That's the real question. Just once? Okay. Just once. Okay. All right. Well, if it does it again, I'm going to restart my PC. It just can't handle, all this Yoshi. That's probably close enough. Probably close enough. Oh, thank you, Mayor. Too much dinosaur. Just Shelly, thank you so much for the VIP redeem, friend. All right. What's with the Yoshi rebranding? You don't even know. This is who we are now. I should turn off color changes and make it so that it's only green tonight. Nice style. Thank you. Yoshi is love. Yoshi is life. A bit gutted the 10-hour Yoshi Lounge loop isn't the background music for the night. Listen, I'm not trying to drive people completely insane. Fucking jump start at LA Neg. This is true. Put a green filter on everything. Oh my God. Miss Honey Ham, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you. Okay. So again, if you missed it, if my stream crashed and came back because of Twitch, It's not, my OBS has been live. I've dropped 0 frames. It was completely on Twitch's side. I am dressed like this because we met a sub goal last month where I said I'd play viewer games dressed as Yoshi as a meme to be funny. And unfortunately, part of that, here we are. And we're doing it with Dixper tonight. So I'm only going to be live here. We are not going to be live anywhere else. Anytime that we are celebrating something that was achieved here, I'm not going live anywhere else because it doesn't make sense. We are here. We are not going anywhere. If I do crash again, I will restart the PC though. That's the only place that I would go. Yeah. So here is how viewer games are going to work. Viewer games, you guys are going to use the bot that is in chat that is not live yet. It is not active. I repeat, to join the queue. The queue will be a max of 10 people. Once that's filled, obviously you can't join. It's a 10 max. But as we pull people in, you can then join the queue. So at some point we will lock it down. And then if we have more time at the end of the night, then we will do more. Yeah. Love the hat. Thank you. And I'm not wearing black. I'm wearing green. But can I say it's super weird that you're not wearing black? Oh, Death Merchant, I know. Listen, we had to go a little extra. Wearing the green FlashForce shirt. Are we doing custom with viewers or pro? Probably pro. Yeah. Doing Nightmare with viewers, it can be tough. Because if some people are struggling with it, then it's a pain in the ass. Green's the new black. Zero, thank you for the prime. Let's get those bones. All right, first things first. We are going to... this. All right. The queue is open. Exclamation point join. If you want to play viewer games tonight. If you don't get in right away, don't stress it. Don't worry. We will cycle through. It's going to be 2 games per group. After the 2 games, we rotate. I pull in the next 3. And we just keep going. So we will do a lot of games. I did not prestige, so that way I could provide all tier 3 equipment. I did not want people to have to deal with tier 1. Yeah. Broke stuff. No, it wasn't, Stefan. It's not your fault. Nope, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. It's the bot. When people join too fast, it allows like a couple to get through. But since, I'm going to be leaving it open anyway. So when we cycle more people, your name will just move up the list. So you're fine. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing. You're special. That's why you're able to be number 11. No, you're good, Anu. Right. We're going to get right into games, friend. We're going to get right into it. We're not going to mess around. We ain't messing around.
Looks like there are others.
But I do believe that we have already done our Dixper crate drops. Am I correct in that? Every 25 subs, we are going to do a new Dixper crate drop for people to get more crates. Thank you, Mayor. Rather than doing a crate giveaway that takes time, we've got to set it up, delay, do this. I want to get games moving. What was that song? The last one? Just Dance. Bad computer. If you do exclamation point song, it should bring it up right now. And then once you get it, we'll go to the next one. There you go. Thank you, Endless. Got me to use the Arctis 7s again. Dude, they're so good. I love them. They're so good. All right. Create a lobby. Yes. Yes. Before I do anything, I'm going to make sure that Dixper works. That's going to be the first step. A50s though? Ooh. Listen, I'm down to try other stuff. You changed your name? No, I didn't change my name. Get out of here. Olive! Thank you for the 29 months, huh, friend? Yoshi Force. I hate it here. Hi, Sam. Thought you were trolling by letting them do song. Oh, sorry. Oh, the SoundCloud toxic thing? Yeah, no. Frame drops? No. No frame drops. None. Zip. Nelch. It's really weird that you can see the goose's leg. Okay. Twitch is bugging. I know. Again, if it crashes out, then I will make sure to restart. I will legit just restart my PC. If it does. But let me turn on Dixper. This might crash everything. This might crash everything. So we will see. We do not use Dixper very often. Evie, I'm not even synced up yet. Once it syncs up, we'll get moving. I know, immediately. I know. She's done. Yeah, and she gets called out by the bot too. Oh my goodness. Tash, hot Tash. Give it a minute. We gotta let it breathe. We gotta let it breathe. I got the cards. All right, it says searching for game. So OBS is synced, but the game is not synced yet. Oh, there's a few that have a lot, Licorice. Oh, they have so many cards to use. Come on.
Nice.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Maybe. Were you guys able to see the nice? Was the nice visible? Got about 100 cards sitting around, car. Hi, son. How are you? No? Can I can refund those two, right? All right, they're both refunded, Evie. They're both refunded. Done and done. Jesus Christ. Big, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. What's wrong with you? At least you don't have shark teeth in your way this time. I know. It's something different. Oh! Did you even notice on the shelf what's up there? Did you see that?
Stop it. Get some help.
I will. Stop. Did you see what was on the shelf? I don't know why these have to like recycle when I switch scenes. They shouldn't, but they do. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. It's on the shelf. Yep. The new one. Yep. I was playing Phasmo and I got hunted by Walter White. Oh, damn, you got the good shit. Hi, coach. If I can do it, you can. Oh, Tash. I guarantee your tolerance is better than mine. What is this? What is this? What is this? Did it break? Was that supposed to be the Mark card? What was that? What just happened? All right, I need to close Chrome. Freaking acid trip. Oh, interesting. I contacted Chief today about joining up to do those. Hi, Mr. Kill. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let's get going. So I'm bringing in 3 people at a time to join. You join through chat. Obviously, if it says all spots are taken, the queue is full. You just have to wait for more space. Yeah. Did you have the cooldown? Oh, shit. I don't even know where to do that now. Oh, God. I was like, what is that buzz? What do you mean lower it? Skill launch? No. What? Dude, I don't even know where to do that now. Where? They've moved everything. Machira, hello. I got cards, bruh. I know, but they've changed all this and now it doesn't make sense. Maybe settings? Global cooldown. Okay, there it is. There it is. Stream is buffering. Oh, no. Twitch needs to get its shit together, dude. Twitch needs to get its shite together. Yeah. No buffer here. Okay, I'm going to keep my phone open on my stream so I can see it too. Okay. I'll tell you what, Evie, I'll do global cooldown of oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God, oh no. Where's Wolfen? Wolfen, it's not fixed. Oh no. Oh no. No. Please stop. Please. I'm not ready. Okay, hold on. Hold on. God damn it. It's because the cooldown changed. Oh my God. The second you change it. The second you change it. All right. How long is this cooldown lasting? There we go. Okay. I think I have a Dixper overlay. I think I have a Dixper overlay, or I did. God forbid, I probably deleted that shit. What's this?
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
He wants to be green too, just like me. Oh shit. All right, this I don't think that's the monthly thing. We don't care about that. Where I had a Dixper overlay. All right, F it. I don't care. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about it. Now it all comes together. It's like we're going full circle. There's so many Yoshis. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, there's so many. Okay. F it. We're not going to care about the Dixper overlay. It's fine. You're not going to see cards like on the screen of who used what. But like I said, every 25 subs for the day, we will do a new Dixper crate drop. If you're a sub, you get free crates. So make sure to go redeem them. This is fine. And what's really funny is Wolfen was like, dude, I haven't had problems in forever. No double cards or anything. Nope, this is... The reveal. Oh, hi, Mark. All right. The first 3 people that are joining are Ryan, Daddy Wags, and Carr. Okay? Ryan Weaver, Daddy Wags, and Carr. Ryan, I'm saying your name because it's not going to show you in chat. It's not going to show you in chat, okay? But here we go. So, Ryan, Daddy Wags, and Carr. Yep, as soon as you see space available, grab it. Grab it. But I'm going to go ahead and post the code. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Listen, I'm a retro guy, but there's no need for all this. Okay. So, Ryan, Daddy Wags, and Carr, the code is in Discord. If you guys are not in Discord, it is there. Make sure you join the queue and wait for your name to be called before you join. Okay? There we go. Gamer Wolf! 6 months. Jesus Christ. You're right. Holy hell. Hello. This is going to be interesting. Found it? Okay. Yep. I have a feeling I'm not going to make it through this alive, but you know what? We're going to try our damnedest. Dwally, thank you for the 7. Car, hello. Car. Psst. Car.
Testing. Okay.
I hear you.
Hello.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. There we go. How we doing? Can they not hear me? Check, 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 check. Maybe they can't.
Oh no. There's 3 of us.
Can you guys hear me?
We're all on the same skin.
Hold on. That's correct. That's correct. That's
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
We have
Check,
3
check.
of us all in the same skin.
Hey, Flash, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm over here.
I can hear you.
Get out of here.
Okay, can you let Flash know? I gotta back out. My power trip yesterday, we just found out our freezer got killed and we have like water and stuff everywhere, so I gotta go
Oh
fix it. I'll be back.
no, Mr. Carr,
Oh, shit.
no. Hello? Hello? Why is it not
Good
working? Oh, okay. Carr had to back out. Okay.
Flash.
I heard. Daffodil, you're up, friend. Oh, Mr. Carr, I hope everything gets fixed. Oh, I'm so sorry. God, that's annoying. Flash is broken. I don't know why the voice is not working. Hello? I could leave the
Can't.
game.
Can you hear Flash? I can't hear Flash.
No, you can't hear.
I can't hear
You can't.
Flash.
You
I
can't hear
him
me.
through the stream.
Yep.
I don't have the stream turned on. It's like I have it muted. I'm
Okay.
still watching it. I just have it muted.
Let them
so I
know.
can't
I'm gonna
hear Flash.
restart. I'm gonna restart my game. Let them know. Okay. Yeah. Car's dealing with actual adult problems. Correct. What was that scream? Dixper? Okay, and now, oh shit. There's all kinds of problems happening now. Doing the same lobby or a new one? A new one, so that way I have a different, that way I control
The code. Yeah. I'll do a new one. There we go. Duolingo, thank you for the 7 months. And the lobby, thank you for the 8 months. Hello, friend.
Why is Coach screaming? Nice mic. What happened? Oh no. Is the mic fucked too? It's normal now? Oh, it was Dixper. Okay, no. Dude, you're saying it like it's broken. I'm restarting everything though. Okay. This is not your night. Dude. It's out to get us. It's literally out to get us. Okay. Yoshi choked to death on your face? No. It's fine. I'm not wearing the skin of Yoshi. I would never do such a thing. Who does that? Dixper's broken. I know. It's okay. We will make it work. It's been working. It's been working fine. But what I need to work... Here, I'll do this. You know... I'm going to go into a game and make sure I can get my voice to work first. Check. Okay. I know it works. There it is. Check. Voice activation is working perfectly fine. Okay, push to talk. Check. Check. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good to rock.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
All right, once these sync up again, we will try again. Meow.
Meow.
You can't see it, but I can. Gave myself Apocalypse 3 speed in the lobby. Heyo. All right. Let these sync up again. We'll try this one more time. Hi, Derpy. Come on. Listen, Linda, listen. Hold on, it's not ready yet. Oh, it's not syncing to the streaming software, but I mean, that obviously works, which is funny. Pick up 3 Jenga bricks at once and then throw them all down again. Wait, what? Oh, you mean, to walk really slow? Oh, I don't want to do all that. Oh, dude, Dixper is wild. Oh, you'll see. It's not synced up with the streaming software, but I guess if it works, I don't give a shit. If it works, I don't care.
I've gathered a list of other
All right.
hunters asking for help.
Oh, you can reset it by sprinting. Ah. The encoder was overloaded hard. I guess so. My CPU's been fine. CPU's been perfectly fine. All right, new code coming in. New code coming in. All right, there we go. So join back, friends. Join back. All for monsters, I know. Okay, how about now?
I can hear you now.
Heyo, I don't know what, I just had to restart the game.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, of course it happens this time.
Oh, naturally, with everything else going on in the stream.
Of course.
There's only a couple things. I thought
Only
Mama...
a couple.
It's gonna be, we'll call it entertaining. Sure, why not? All right. If you guys would like to choose maps, and then we will allow the random golds to decide where we will go ahead and pick. You guys can pick different ones, same ones, it don't matter. Mr. Drifters! Hello, friend.
Looks like it's gonna be a hope point for the first one. We could do Bleedsdale afterwards, though.
Ooh, oh, I'm down for either. Yeah. That's fine by me. We'll do a Point Hope and then Bleeds. All right. Got all the equipment. We're good. All right, let's rock. So we do 2 games with every group. After 2 games, we will rotate. And then I'll draw 3 more people in. Okay? Good luck beating Evie to being able to use cards, by the way. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, no. Okay, I was like, is it broken? Broken? I'm trying to
We're
sit
waiting
back.
for the second flash.
The second... What do you mean the second flash? What does that mean?
You and Daddy Wag have the same skin.
Yeah, but they're not wearing a Yoshi face.
I mean, in game, not IRL.
I mean, listen, if we can start being allowed to mod and I can add a Yoshi skin, let's go.
Check the equipment and
Oh no, he
Oh,
has a
I'm
different
here.
skin. Okay.
Hello.
All good.
All right, we're good to rock.
Took forever.
You're good.
The one time it takes forever.
No, you're fine. It allows us time to breathe. Steven Strafen.
You're good.
Oh, and if you guys want me to switch to night vision next time, I can too. I just had it set to tier 2 for now.
I prefer the tier 2.
Okay.
I
I'm
prefer
down
tier
for
1. It gives me an
Tier
extra
1?
hand slot, but or not tier 1.
Yeah, but if
tier
you're rocking
3.
solo. Oh, okay.
It's like, if I'm going solo,
You're wearing a
prefer
Yoshi
tier
onesie. You are not. Are you really?
Tier 2 is fine.
All right, the shower's open.
Yay.
The juice.
Always a power.
Yay. There's hiding.
There's 2 of us coming in here with a camera.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
I found the cards.
Fine in the wine room.
Ooh, okay. Dude, it's probably a good thing I'm not.
Flash found the cards? What? Oh.
Yeah, they're down
found the
there.
cards.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll pull them. We'll pull 'em. We'll do it. We got a ghosty trying to have a drink. Oh. There's a bone in here.
Did you say it was ghosts in that wine room, or?
I think they were letting us know the bone was in the wine room. I didn't grab a sausage. I can't play sausage in the hole. Can't play sausage in the hole right now. Ghost Ape, you taking a poo up?
Not that I see.
Jesus Christ. What is this vision? Why is this a thing? Oh, it's because 2 cards. Oh, is it cold in here or something?
No.
Oh, just checking. Oh, okay. Watch, it's gonna be all the way down on the first floor.
I don't think it's in here.
Hi, Bruce.
It's gonna be. I think it's up higher. It makes sense if it's on the first floor.
It's
That
8
would
degrees.
suck, though, at the same
It's 8
time.
degrees here.
Ghost orbs.
I got ghost orb.
Did I just have EMF somewhere? There it is. Yep. HR chucking stuff. I'll get Bruce. There.
It sucks that power's all the way down on the bottom floor with the ghost all the way at the top. So
Yeah.
if it trips the breaker, we have to go
I'd
all
almost
the way
prefer it
down.
though, because then from the exit to the power, it's easier to turn on.
True.
You didn't grab. Look, I only have so many hands. Dun, 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 dun. Blue. Oh my god.
I accidentally tripped the breaker.
Are you okay? Put that there. Go over there.
Just turned off the breaker right after I turned it on.
All right, Bruce. You hang out there. You. Can I get you on top of there? Nope. Nope. Too weak. It's fine.
I was still like stuck in the middle of the tower when the power went off, and I know what happened.
It keeps looking away from me. Quit hiding from your feelings. That's fine.
No.
Damn it.
I'm bringing in camera.
All right, I'm grabbing a smooge just in case. What do we need? A pair of bollocks.
I'll bring in the other crucifix.
I'm gonna bring in a sound sensor for kicks.
I
Psychic
forgot
said, "What is that
my
from?"
hands are full.
From
I
across the
forgot I
room.
brought in-
What's what from?
I forgot I was holding the spirit box.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Purple Cat, thank you so much for the subs. Freaking Jimmy Bonk.
Where was the bone again?
Around there.
Oh, found it.
Yep. Damn it. Dixper's not fixed for shit. Where do I find my cards? Go to Dix. Jeez, dude. Go to dixper.gg/flashforce, Sparkle. Where do you go for fresh bloomers? Dixper.gg/
It turned off the breaker again.
Nope, it ate a crucifix.
Oh, Joe.
How can you handle? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, can we get a whisper?
Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you?
Do we have any evidence? Oh, dots.
Dot.
You guys mind leaving me in the room?
That's a second cruci burn.
Spicy. Oh, orbs. Oh, that's right. We have orbs and dots. Orbs and dots and orbs and dots. Whisper. Did they just say something about eat my ass? Hey, Diablo.
I'm not getting spirit box. It's not writing. It just shut the book.
Roger that. So they're not getting this. It's probably going to be a Ure. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Think it's a yokai? I don't know. Blue, thank you for the message. You can do it. If it's a yoke, we would have to have spirit box, unless it's just unless it's just not registering for them.
FYI, I left
Roger that. Banshee and Point Home could stock a floor up or down. Yeah, correct. It felt like it hunted early, but I don't know what our sanity was down to. But a yokai would make sense if we're up there jibber jabbering. Or that, but they said it could be a Raiju. I'm waiting for it to hunt.
Hunting.
I can turn on my electronics, see if I give it wheels. I pity the fool. It's gonna stop hunting. It's gonna stop. Can that be a clip? Can what be a clip?
It's over.
Roger that. Oh my god. Oh, you bastards. I made you drop your Reese's cup. I didn't do anything.
I recommend everyone taking a sanity. We're at 25% sanity.
I'm freaking out, man.
It's not getting freezing. It's only going to 1.0.
Okay.
That's because I love to live dangerously.
Heyo.
All the cards? Is that what's happened?
I didn't touch a single card. I was just sitting up in the room.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that? It's the...
I was just hanging out in the ghost room with the lights off.
It turned one of the tanks on. What you playing? It's Wonderwall. It was Wonderwall. Right now I'm thinking yokai. Which means we need spirit box. It was lovely. Thank you. I practiced all night. Play Freebird. There was literally 3 cards. Needs more cowbell. I can't see shit. Oh, okay. Goes fat.
Well, my sanity's back up to 100.
Check spirit box.
Still a couple cards left if anybody wants to.
We gotta turn off the car.
Oh my god.
Turn off the car. We gotta turn
You
off
sons
the
of
car.
bitches.
Turn off the car. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. We gotta turn off the car.
Is that gonna
Turn
crash
off
my
the car.
game?
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Oh.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Phasmo's not responding. I think that literally just crashed my game. Did we crash it? I think you did. I think you did. I'm gonna wait for the program to respond, see what it does. Nope, we gotta close it. Okay. Goddamn Wonderwall. Now here's the issue though. Here's the real issue. I don't have any sort of setting on that allows for combo cards. People are playing them at the exact same time. And that's what's breaking them. I have a bad echo? Do I? Blue, are you sure that's not on your side, friend?
Got some jobs ready for you.
Because I see my microphone only coming through one source. Oh, yeah. If you have Dixper open and my stream open in a separate window, that would be why. Yeah, that would absolutely be why. Well, shit. Now I wonder what the ghost was.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
Okay, guys. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try...
You get hugs. You get hugs. We're gonna give you guys mouth hugs.
All right, we're going to try that. All right, well, I need to create another lobby. We'll try this again. Blame chat on the gassiness. Take 3, here we go. Hey, what was the ghost by the... Oh, it was a banshee? Son of a bitch. Dude, I feel like... Oh! That would make sense. That makes sense. So, banshees hunt based off of the target player's sanity. If they were down there playing with cards, and they were the target... Is that a handsome Yoshi? Maybe. That would make sense. That would make sense. All right, let's try this again. I have it set now where the global cooldown is 30 seconds and the player cooldown, the viewer cooldown is 40. So every viewer needs to wait 40, but people can play in between. So hopefully it'll lower the amount of doubles that we get. Maybe. We will see. So after all this time, they are still not fixed. It's just wild, man. After all this time, wild. We can only hope. I know.
Take 3.
Here we go. We got this.
Take 3, let's go.
Give me a second. We'll be good to rock. And we'll go to Bleasdale.
Bleezy.
Blaisdell?
Easy Bleezy.
Ignore that.
Oh, I see.
Never.
Shh. You see nothing. There's nothing happening. Quiet. All right, let's go to Bleezy.
Can't tell you how many times I accidentally hit that stupid leave button.
Oh, that's okay. I've done that countless times. Whenever you're ready, Daddy Wags.
I readied up.
Lies.
No, it says I'm ready.
Lies. There's no check mark.
Says I'm ready.
Can you unready real quick?
I see
I'm
everyone
unready.
readied.
I've been sneaking
Now I'm ready.
around, but I'm dummy thick. And the clap
I
of
might
my
need you to
ass
leave and come
cheeks
back.
keeps alerting the guards.
Wait, it's not. Wait, is it not you? Or is it Ryan? Wait. There's 2 of them? Ryan? Daffodil? Daddy Wags? Oh, it might have been Ryan.
27.
There we go. Quick. There was 2. Oh, okay. There we go. I have not. Lobby issues, yeah. There was a lobby
And this
issue.
is where
It was
we
showing the
learned
same
who
name
had the
twice.
worst PC.
We've arrived.
Thank you.
Check the equipment.
Thank you. Hi,
Get set
Strawn.
up before
How are you,
investigating.
friend? For a second, there was 2 wags there. Oh, thank you for the
No report
flyers.
this time. Be careful. You're going in blind.
Man. Okay, well, this is just a nice lesson for the future that it might be still difficult for us to use Dixper.
Let's go!
Okay.
Charge into the end.
There we go.
I'm going straight to the end.
Did we already
Got
turn
the
on the
phone in the dining room.
power's on?
Understood. I'll come back with the camera. Power is not in the back room.
I thought I heard a door, or was that Dixper? Wow, that was so late. Wow, that was so delayed.
Not seeing power now.
Power's on.
That. All right, Ghosty's here. Ghosty's down in the kitchen.
Breath in the office.
Do the Yoshi sound effect.
Yoshi.
Breath in the office?
Breath in the office. Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what they just said.
But it just did it.
The EMF was going off in here.
It could be doing it through the wall, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Hi, Super. Yeah, no, Courtney, I saw it. Oh, there's the breath. I saw it, but it was so delayed. It was so delayed. What was that again? You heard me.
Yoshi.
Guys, do we have freezing temps? I think we have freezing temps.
Yeah.
I just got Chiba and killed at the same time.
Oh my god, we have freezing temps! We have freezing temps! It's negative freezing.
And it was killed that did the freezing temps. You son of a bitch.
I'm not getting spirit box. And also close the book,
All right,
so
I'm
no
grabbing
writing.
this. Roger that. We need a fire
We
alarm.
got UV.
Ooh. So UV, no book, right?
No, God! I'm grabbing the camera.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
EMF 5.
Oh, my Lanta.
Just take your evidence and get out.
Yeah, get out of here. So EMF, ultraviolet, no writing. Ooh, possible Gurio.
Jin Anu Obake.
We're not gonna be able to tell why there's people in the room, though. Clutching you oils. Come on, give us the dude skis. Let's go. Do the thing.
Do we know what the cursed item is?
I did not look.
Is this salt, 3-stacker?
Oh my. Jin, Gorio, Obake a snake. Where's that EMFer? Give me this. Yoshi is the cursed item? How dare you? I'm a distinguished gentleman.
Got that on camera.
Dude skis?
Yep.
Freaking Gorio.
That's a Gorio.
Oreo? Fun.
The next Dixper crate giveaway will be when we reach 100, by the way. Our daily is over there in the bottom left. That is the daily.
Cleanse the area, have a member escape the ghost.
Cleanse escape. Escape. Makes me giggle every time. DJ, thank you for the prime. Spicy. Oh. One more. There you go. I'm not your mommy.
Okay. Perfect game. Just gotta do the objectives.
Roger that. Trying to look through my goggles. was like, why the hell does this door sound like a goose? Just hanging out. I mean, I guess there's no point in having this over here since it's not. There you go.
We're all really high sanity.
What's the cursed item?
I don't think we found it.
No idea.
Ooh, I'll go on a switch.
I don't know where they are in this map.
It wasn't Summoning Circle, Frank, or the Paw.
It's not summoning circle, Frank.
It's cards.
Again.
Roger that.
Yep, they were in. Yeah, I got them.
I say we all pull off a couple cards.
Okay.
That should drop our
Got
sanity.
the Hermit, the Fool. All right. And Wheel of Fortune green.
Yay, more sanity.
That's what I wanted.
Right, here we go. We're gonna kill it right
Skippy,
here.
Skippy. Ghost fart?
Yep.
Wheel of Fortune green.
Man, winners.
We're doing literally nothing when it comes
Oh yeah,
to
death
dropping
card.
our sanity.
Oh shit. Oh, otter poops.
I didn't know there.
Hello. Alright, let's go again. Wheel of Fortune green.
Oh my god.
Watch this. Oh my Lanta.
Oh.
Yeah, DJ, yeah, when it's full, you just have to wait for the queue to open up. Roger that. Oh my god. God damn it, Evie.
I go check our sanity.
Oh my god, I'm going backwards. Help. Okay. Alright, so are we just aft with lowering sanity right now?
Yeah, we're
Average
just
sanity
lowering.
is 71. Me and Tailed need to go sit in a room in the dark for a while. We have the two highest sanity.
I'll go find a corner and think about my life choices.
Hey, what's up, Rebel? How are you? Jandy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. You lost your other account. Oh no! What happened?
I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted.
I should turn this off.
And you have to do it. You have to, or I'll fire you. Do you understand?
Roger that. Two-factor? Well, that's not a very good two-factor if you can't get into it.
Ghost was a Goria, right?
Correct on Mondo. $190 kilowatts per hour. Okay, good to know. What else we got on here? Ah, the Macastrum Ultra Fast Hybrid. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe we need third factor. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Turn off the car. We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. Turn it off.
And then you flashbang me.
Turn it off. Turn it off. We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. We gotta turn off the car.
We're gonna use Dixprom for as long as we can tonight.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
As long as we can.
We're at an average 56 now.
Roger that. What's my sanity? Oh, never mind, never mind.
Last I looked, it was 80.
Holy moly. Okay, I'm just sitting here in the dark.
It's 75.
Winner.
We're at an average 50 now.
This is why I hate the tarot. I know. That's usually what I do too, but it's definitely worth it when you're playing with friends. It's definitely worth it when you're playing with others. Just for the memes of how stupid it can be. What's your sanity IRL? What they do to your tots? Oh my god.
Hale died.
Oh no.
Not hailed.
Well, that explained why there was no escape. Yay, Tater Polka. When I heard that song, I knew I had to pick that for him. Hi, Twig. I don't know if it's hunting or not. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, it's hunting. Doc, not now! Doc, not now!
Sorry. Got nothing.
That's it.
Roger that! I was about to commit Yoshi's side. Why would you do that to me? Hi, Tika. What's the challenge today? Dixper.
Got everything?
That's everything.
Almost everything, yeah.
Let's
Well,
go.
except for hailed.
Sanity's gone. IRL.
Well, poor hailed.
You'll be missed. This is for you. Okay. You guys good?
Yeah.
Get out with the bugs. The challenge is trying to keep the game and stream alive while Dixper's running. That is the challenge. That is the challenge.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
There's some jobs ready
Let's
for you.
go.
Well, that was interesting.
That was something.
That was something. I would have to agree. 100%.
I want to talk about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, hailed.
It happens to all of us. It's okay.
Hey, for the longest time, I was in there with an incense without a lighter in my hand, so...
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was running and I turned my headlamp off and then missed the doorway that I was aiming for, and it was unfortunate.
Oh my god. It's okay.
When Flash asked what his sanity was, I left the truck, realized I
Tika,
didn't have a lighter.
did that go
so I had
off
to
in the
come
middle of
back
that?
and
So
grab
I
one.
didn't hear that. Well, friends, thank you for the games.
Thanks for
It was fun.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Goodbye. All right. So our next 3 that are coming in are going to be Bites, Sinister, and Evie. The code is there, friends, whenever you're ready. Yep. Yep, when you see spaces to join, join up. Yes, sirree, doohickey. Yes, sir. The reason we keep it at 10 is so that way we have a good cutoff point where we can stop. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Look at all these great cards. Look at all these great cards.
I love the ferryman card.
I do too. It's probably my favorite card.
So beautiful.
It's so nice. And the fact that everybody can get it is the better part. Get the damn Skeeter off my screen. What a vibe. Evie! We're waiting on Evie. So if Evie's in the game, does that mean some of the Dixper things will stop? No. No. That's not what that means. No, you're fine. To pacify my child. Listen, he has a name. It's called Husband. Plot twist. It's not on the screen. Yo, you mean all the shit that's popping up in front of me? Get it? Get it? Ooh. What happened? Did not stack? Nope. The eyes are on, but green, like Yoshi. That's what it is. It's Yoshi's eye. Let me get them the other ball. Hiya. Take this guy. Take this guy. Does Dixper? No, just me.
Pizza time.
Yeah.
The kill card with the pizza time over top of him. Kill shows up and you see pizza time. Oh my god. All right, where are we going? Meow. Meow.
I haven't played this since the new map. Before the new map.
Then you're gonna have a blasty blast.
My only preference is not prison.
Okay.
Because prison is during the streamer friend streams is the only time I've ever played prison.
Okay.
I don't
No,
want
that's
to
fine.
do it a third time.
You're good. We can play different ones. We don't have to play prison.
Yeah.
All right. Pick away, friends. Pizza Friday. I know. We had pizza.
Yeah.
We did too. Listen, if they're not going to pick. Okay. Ooh, a little Point Hope. And wait, Evie, have you not played it at all?
I haven't played since before the update.
This will be your first time in Point Hope. Oh, my Lanta. Well, then we have to. So, high school? You made pizza subs? Pizza subs? What the hell's a pizza sub? You just, a bunch of just sauce and, like, what kind of meat do you use in a pizza sub? What I'm picturing right now is like a meat lovers, basically just inside of a sub. Bread, sauce, cheese, pep. Okay. Like a pizza roll. Okay. Okay. Just some pepperonis. Okay. Okay. Banana peppers. Oh, yeah. There you go. That is actually really good. What's really funny is that my daughter loves everything pizza, and she also really enjoys pineapple pizza.
So many levels.
Oh my word! Now you have 10 floors, by the way.
Damn. All right.
Take it in. I've had cheeseburger sub, but pizza sounds better. They both sound good. Meat lovers pizza and a toasted sounds pretty good. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm picturing right now. All right. You got this. I believe in you.
This one's not too bad.
Thank you. I don't have water right now, but I have a Celsius.
It's dark and stormy. The night
Right.
was stormy.
Ring the bell for good luck.
Oh.
There we go. Ooh.
Knock knock.
My plaque is going to be
It said
on
that
the way soon.
Yep, right there.
The juice. Can't hide in here with. Oh wait.
What's a sword? Oh, never mind.
So normally there's a
Is
flap
that-
here that you can actually use this as a hiding spot, but it's not here right now, so this isn't hiding.
So.
Yeah.
Already found the bone.
Nice. Oh, excuse me.
Somebody spilled orange juice.
Oh no.
Wait, what is this? What does it say?
Hey, there's a really fun game you have to try.
100% pure.
All right, grab one of these sausages.
Oh.
Don't ask questions, just do it. Got it? All right, come on.
Like playing with the sausage in the hallway.
You're fine. Okay.
We have mirror.
Get out of here. It's here.
Oh, EMF 5, yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, we have to be quick. All right, so stand.
Whoever's in the games room, it's there.
Yep, it sure is. So stand on this side. Okay, now aim at this pocket. Sausage in the hole.
Okay.
You gotta give a little more than that. I need you to do better.
Wow, wait, I can't. Get in my hand.
Come on, be better.
Let me pick it up.
Be better.
Pick it up. There's another sauce.
Press E. Here, look, E.
I'm pressing E.
There you go. All right, try again. Sausage in the hole. Here we go. Aim a little higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim higher. Oh.
All right, let me try. Try from over here.
Close.
Yeah. Yeet. Oh. Oh. Look at that. That's sausage in the hole. Yes, sir.
See.
Oh, close.
Wait.
I believe in you.
Terrible, lovely game.
Sorry, I'm a pro at sausage in the hole.
Hey!
Hey! Yeah! Let's go. All right, now we can go actually do work. All right.
Wait, what? We're doing stuff?
Yeah, the ghost is here. Me and JoJo played that the first day this map was released.
It's an no-bake, we can leave.
Get out of town!
It's a no-bake.
Hold on, let me see the. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Fingerprints were on the window.
Oh, let me see. Let's go.
I don't know if they're still there.
Please. Get your booty cheeks out of my face.
No,
Look
yeah,
at that.
right there.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's
What the heck?
no. The blind. I wish the little blind thing was here so I could shut the thing on it. Oh, look at that.
I'm the best at this.
I'm the best at this game. Now, do we have? Oh, we had EMF 5 as well, right?
Child that lives here.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's confirmed. Yeah, and we have EMF 5, so it's 100% Obake, no question.
Mm-mm.
Do we have ghost balls? It doesn't even matter because we have EMF 5. The EMF 5 sells it. You know, it's funny. I've noticed a lot less Dixper being used.
You know what? I was having a trouble before. Gave up a little bit.
Get Bruce. All right. What objectives do we have? Oh, we need a photo. Motion sensor, parabolics. Here, I'll do this. I'll do this. Parabolic. And a challenge. No. Dixper. Jesus Christ. Drifty. How's the job going, friend? I'll save him. Living for the Yoshi hat. Hey, let's go. They're gonna get a migraine. It's so good. Hell yeah, man. I'm so glad. I know you've been wanting a new job, and to get the dream job is where it's at, man. Save other Bruce? Okay. Here. Do one of those guys.
Amazing.
Let me get this. Once I get this, then I'll, oh my God. Tom, not a good time. Tom!
I've been sneaking around, but I'm dummy thick. And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
All right, I'll be right back. Can I stream on the phone and be in the call, whatever. Super. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Here, I'm gonna bring these downstairs so the ghost plays with them. Is the plural of Bruce Brees? It could be now.
We gotta turn off the car.
Oh my God.
We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. Turn it off. Turn it off.
I'm gonna let the ghost
Did
have some
anybody
fun.
bring a camera?
We gotta turn off the car.
No, but I did bring double sharks.
Turn off the car. Turn it off.
Okay, just make sure you got the important stuff.
Turn it off.
Anybody bring a camera? The ghost. I brought one.
It's always when you don't have one.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, I guess we'll go get another one. Remix. We need a camera auto. Oh my god. That was a good mashup. It was pretty good. Gotta turn off the butthole. That's right. That's right. Hi, friends chick. All right. I guess someone has a camera. Oh, look, boats and hose. Someone has a camera up there. Yes.
I have one in my hand right now.
Roger that. No, it's not on fire yet. Relax. Coda, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate you. All right, going up on a Tuesday. Did they like the fire? It's so boomy. All right, where's the other crucifix? I see it. I see it. We're good. Right here. Right here. All right, I put the other one on the other side.
How's the ghost photo?
Thank you.
No problem.
What are you doing to that table? Is it done?
Showed it who's boss.
I'm gonna execute a button hook pattern super slow mo.
No! 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 I'm so slow. I'm coming.
This way. You can do
I'm
it.
hurrying.
Over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Damn it. Don't leave them. Ace, you got any more of that gum? Oh my god. Well, that was different. A Yoshi thing started right as the hunt began. I'm like, why are the lights blinking? There's no ghost here.
I think you really love that table.
I think you, again, I repeat, mind your business. I didn't even get a chance to put this down. Listen, you were playing sausage in the hole like 5 minutes ago.
You told me to.
I'm sure the ghost was grateful for the entertainment.
I think so. The Eric card just gets mixed with a fart. It's like, all right. Okay. So I guess we have everything, yes? Do we have the bone?
Yep.
Yep. Picked up already.
Yeah, yep, I think so.
Let's rock. The boy Gage, thank you for the 34 months. Welcome in, friend. Yes, for any of you that are unaware. Oh wait, did I circle a bucket? Okay. Every single one of my alerts has been changed to a Yoshi alert. Every one of them.
There's some jobs ready for you.
Nicely done. Look at that, Evie.
I almost didn't pick the ghost.
Oh my god. So your first Point Hope map.
I just heard shit on the way out.
No, she's good. We're good. We got it. We're Gucci.
I'm good. I got it. I clicked Obig, or not Obig, Onryo, which is above it. And I'm like, no.
How many different Yoshi sounds
But
can
I
there be?
managed to
Araby,
squeak
it was
it in.
really difficult. It was really difficult, but I made it work. I made it work. All right. Where to now?
Prison. I'm just kidding.
Wait, what was that?
Don't you dare.
Oh, JLB.
Review?
We could. You want to do some Ridgeview? Or at high school?
I
We
love
will at some
Ridgeview.
point.
Ridgeview and some Villers after.
Some fridge views.
A fridge views?
Yeah, fridge view or wherever.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do. I'm sure we'll do high school at some point. There's 4 of us, so it'll be easier. Yeah, it'll be much easier. All right, we need. Jesus Christ. We need EMF, incense, and escape. Roxy! Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you, friend. And Dark with the prime. Oh, Malanta. Oh, Malanta. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate you. Ms. V, hello, friend. Off to bed. Oh, got a busy day. No worries, friend. I appreciate you. What do we got?
It's upstairs hallway.
Brian, hello. 38 months.
Yeah, the music box.
Ooh, my baby. Jesus Christ. Oh my. 12. Do we have breath here or no? I have 12 degrees. Okay. 17.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, I think it's not supposed to play that alert. Oh, UV, it was this. I swear to God, if you say it's an Obake, it's Obake, we can get out of here.
No, it touched the door.
What was that cheer? So it's not supposed to play that. I don't know why it did. Hold on. Maybe I can fix this without shit breaking. Hold on. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. Oh, Jesus.
I need TV for my bunghole.
Take whatever you want. Please just leave us alone. All right. Main. Just need TP for my bunghole. This. Settings. DJ, if you do exclamation point list, it'll also show what the queue is.
Oh no, the door interaction was a 2-star. We gotta delete
Spicy
it.
pay up, thank you for the biddies. I don't have a 69 one though. I don't have a 69 one though.
Have you ever had a dreams that you
I see where the mistake was.
Want him to do you so much you could do anything?
So this was supposed to be the 1001. Is it actually playing? Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. Why does that kid make you think of Tater as a kid? I mean, he probably would do that. All right. I think I'm good. All right. What do we got?
We have Iranian and Ultraviolet. So, Bolty, Demon, Miley.
All right. All I heard was ultraviolet. All right. Nailed it. Oh, shit.
Rating and Ultraviolet.
Oh, roger that. Thank you. Get me a ball. Hi, Maddie. Maddie Pooh, how are you? How's the fam? Kid hurts your brain. I think he hurts all of our brains. It's okay. Matt, this is what we've become. This is the life we live. Fucking hell, dude. 65 months. 65. Matt is absolutely by far, well, definitely by far one of the longest subs that we have. Matt was there in the freaking beginnings. Oh shit, flashbang out! Your bones are wet. There's no need for all that.
This is totally a demon. Our sanity is 65.
Well, is there another? Oh, I already did that.
It's not freezing yet, but I think you're right.
Oh, and it tried to hunt already. Oh my. I'm bringing this stuff in there. Holy hell. Oh, we have a photo that needs deleted, Ed. Lex, hello. What's up, Stoner Mama?
I think it's just missing one more person to check it off.
It's probably Evie.
Alright, we're good.
You're a hero.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I know. That's why I said you're a hero, because you did it. Come on, give us a walk over here. Where the hell's it at? Papa Smurf! What up, homie? Confirmed. Oh shit! Didn't even try to help. What am I supposed to do? Just woke up from a bomb-ass nap. Let's go. I didn't just watch her die. Look, I captured it as evidence. Holy moly. Hi, Evie. Oh, what the fuck? Here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So are we sure this is a demon?
I mean, it is pretty spicy.
Okay, sanity is currently 33 average.
Hold on. All right, here's another salt. We need one. We just need... Okay, never mind. They got it. There we go. All right. Do we have the bone?
Looks like the photos are good. I don't know about the bone.
We picked it up already.
Oh, okay. Then we should be good.
Oh, yeah. Then we have everything. Sorry, Evie. I got a really awesome picture, though. That can make for a good thumbnail right there. Put that like on the left-hand side. It killed my teammate. We should leave.
You don't say.
Get out of town. All right.
It's burning.
I'm good to go whenever you guys are.
Good.
Don't mind me, guys. It's such a good picture. We'll see it better inside. She's doing like a pose on the stairs. You have everything except your fourth teammate. I mean...
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Okay. Unnecessary roughness. 10-yard penalty. So, Abby. Yeah. Yeah. Confirmed.
It happened so fast. I just heard somebody like.
Well,
singing or
that, like she
something and then
said,
choking.
that little prick spawned downstairs.
Yeah, I'm walking downstairs and I'm like, what? I thought it was an event, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then I was dying, and I'm like, I don't know what explicit I said.
I wasn't sure what was going on yet either. And then I heard the bye.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
I didn't even know
that's
what
what it was. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, bye.
Oh my god. Well, guys, good games. GG's. Hey, at least you got the Point Hope one done, you know. Plasma, hello, friend.
Yeah,
that's important.
That's right. But GG's, good games. I appreciate you, friends.
Okay.
GG.
This was fun.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks for the game.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, next up, we have Licorice Tree, Sam, Chunky Fish Milk, Hyper, you're up as well. Let's go. And then the next Dixper drop will be when we get to 100. Once we reach 100, we'll do another Dixper drop. Plasma, we're literally sitting inside of the lobby. I don't know how exactly you expect me to ask the Ouija board questions. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, get down, flashbang!
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, how are you?
We're gonna have to slow down hyper speed a little bit and not do times 15. Sunny Meadows solo backwards, blindfolded, but you know.
It's okay. It's okay. I will deal with it.
You'll adapt?
I promise.
Okay.
I will adapt.
Okay. Fair, fair.
I
Where do you
appreciate that. Thank you.
Where do you guys want to go?
Well, we could do prison.
I mean, I'm down.
Anything.
I mean, last time you got me killed on prison, so that's.
Hey,
I think it's
no,
fun to go back.
no, don't you dare. How dare. Everyone always tries to blame me when they go passing. I take a sweet dead photo of a friend and I get yelled at.
You also got me killed on Point Hope.
How dare? No, I did not.
No, you definitely did. It wasn't
Don't
me.
worry.
It wasn't me
I'm
really
on your
boldly
side.
missing the hiding spot. It was you.
So, oh, see, okay. Well, you know what? I'll take the blame. That's fine. It was my fault.
I'm on your side, Flash. It's
Thank
okay.
you. See, thank you.
No.
That's
Okay,
right.
let's go to high school.
Let's wait a minute. I'm on your side, quote. Who do I need to ban? All of them. Ban them all.
Evie, please don't ban me.
Please don't ban me. All right, I'll do a quick cam check.
All right,
and then we'll
confession time. The newbie has been to prison 3 times.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Well, it's snowing, so you'll do great.
Make sure
Great,
to
okay,
just
so-
yell out if you need help about
Just-
where you are or whatnot.
Just write something nice on my epitaph on my tombstone, and we'll be fine.
Deal. I'll if we get the power on, I'll get the hallway lights on so it's easier for you to see.
I'll write Flash got you killed.
Wow.
Perfect.
So much hostility here. I don't know if I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Are we allowed to record if we play? Of course you are.
That's the
Someone
best.
appreciates me.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's rock. Yeah, of course you can.
Everybody's looking at my time.
If you're playing and it's your perspective, it's yours. You do what you want with it. But of course. Frickin' cards all night.
Historically, I was gonna say historically those have done well.
Oh yeah, it's been something. All right, I'm gonna go look for the power, I guess.
It's next to visitation.
Valley, hello. It says next to it. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right on the other side of that.
All right, if you're getting the power, I'll prep the switches.
Yeah, I got it.
Eric! Oh, hi, Baho! Oh, wait.
If I was in shape enough to sprint more than 5 steps at a time, it would go a lot faster. Okay, alright.
All right. I'm gonna go check A block. Going to check A block. Hi, Yoshi Baho! Eric, it was so funny earlier. We had a Dixper card that was your card, and it was layered with like a celebration fart thing. It was so funny. That was ambient, by the way. But how are you, Eric? A beautiful friend. Good to see you. Hi, Shade.
I did get something on parabolic. I just wasn't paying attention where it was.
Ooh, where are you now?
We're upstairs. Oh yeah, it's definitely upstairs. Do you know, it didn't
Thank
have
you,
the
guys.
little arrow
Stefan.
next to the sound that was that
Dark,
indicated
thank you.
There was a floor below.
Was I just stuck?
I did not. Okay,
Wait a minute.
I'm on the way upstairs.
Was that above me? Why that's...
Alright, now it's downstairs.
Where, I just heard a door touch. Where did I just hear that?
downstairs, so I didn't hear anything, so not that side.
I'm going back downstairs because that's where
That was the visitor door.
The station door? I checked the temperature.
Yeah, it's visitor door. Yeah, it's by the front. Ghost touched that door there.
I thought I heard something thrown there earlier and totally second guessed
Is that
myself.
you?
But
Where's that?
I guess that's what I guess. Literally in here.
Ghost just touched the locker.
Are you guys on the other side? Oh, no. You guys are visiting me.
We got glorbs.
Oh boy. Are the orbs inside a visitor? Oh boy.
They are.
Okay, roger that.
I'm on the wrong side. Someone
Here,
bail
I'm gonna
me
throw this. You knock it the hell off.
Flash, bail me out.
No, you stay there for good. Oh my god. What's up, Eagle? How are you? Hi, Obsessive. Got permission to buy bits for my husband. Oh, get out of here, DJ. Appreciate you.
Got EMF 5.
I see it on the board.
Ooh, good.
All right. Ooh, Raiju Obake.
I just touched that door. Do we have UV? Or do we get?
There should be one in there because there's one missing from the truck.
Yes, UV.
All right, then I'll grab these guys and fire.
Mason or Bake, right? Oh, Bake it is.
Grabbing.
Oh, box snake. I'm good, Shade. Thank you.
Are we jamming out?
A little bit.
We gonna play with some cards, perhaps?
We can. Let me go put this in the room. I also have gruesome eye fixes to put in there as well.
We could always go for a perfect game and make Flash look in every individual cell for the bone.
I mean, do you even want that to happen?
For the bone.
I wasn't planning on it.
It'd be funny.
I don't care. I usually go for perfect games anyway.
I mean, we could do a quick search. Let me get a smudge and we can pull cards first.
I'm fine with whatever.
Rock.
Psychic always makes me look for the bone on prison because she always wants to get perfect games.
Wow. Oh, for the perfect games.
And the asylum.
With whatever.
Let me blow my nose. Still got the head cold is basically almost gone.
Look
But
at her putting that bone in
still
chat,
got some sniffles.
mocking me. She's mocking me.
I know it's gross. I like your hat. Thank you. It's a part of me. It's who I am. It's my being. I'm gonna grab this. Boogies. I mean, if they're green, they'll match my hat, so it's okay. All right.
You guys are never gonna believe what I just found.
Where was it?
B block, one of the first cells.
Get at it.
Noise. I haven't picked it up yet if you want a picture.
Oh, we don't need a photo. You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna go pick it up then. I guess all of those years of searching for bones in prison and Sunny Meadows have paid off.
Oh, God. I guess there's no point in that now. We can pull cards if you want.
I have cards right here.
Where's our four?
Alright, bone achieved.
I think she also wants to pull a card.
Apparently.
Like, if you wouldn't mind, you know. Why you turn upside down? Why do you not turn upside down? That's the real
Is it
question.
time for family game night?
We're playing some games.
Wheel of Fortune Fool.
Be careful. Ghosty is definitely walking out here.
Right there, yeah.
Ah, green. Yuck.
Did you say duck?
No, yuck. Absolute yuck.
Hermit.
The Kermit.
So now it's moved next door, I guess.
Hermit.
They're so good.
His son, full sanity. Oh, yay.
Oh,
The
some
cards are never
fool.
this nice to flash.
No, they're not. They're annoying. Stupid cards. Hunting in 3, 2, 1.
Devil.
Oh, I thought it was gonna hunt.
Well, why are you
You child.
Oh, ew. Brother, ew. Brother, ew. What's that? What's that, brother?
A child. No.
A child. Starry, thank you for the resub for 13 months.
No, I have to get back in the order we were in.
I'll do one.
Hey. Ah, get wrecked, nerd.
Death.
Yikes. Someone's doing a loop-de-loop and pull. She could floss. Tooth Fairy going broke. Ghosty's got wheels. Do you hear that? Did we live?
Hello. Oh, not everyone.
So you're saying
Flash,
there's a
did you get
chance.
killed this time?
No, it wasn't me. How dare you?
Seems like it was you. It's got.
Got stuck on a stupid can. Oh,
it's the
no.
same skin, Flash.
I'll
It's the same character model.
Wow,
I'll
dude.
take it. I pulled the card.
Wow. Are the cards gone?
Was that the last card? Oh.
No. No. We don't want it. No. Stop.
Oh, hey. Oh, there's a coffee cup from beyond the grave.
Oh. A latte.
Needs an extra espresso
Delicious
shot.
beans. Pumpkin spice latte has returned.
I wouldn't drink that. That's their ashes.
Oh no.
All right. Are we good to leave?
I mean,
I guess so, yeah.
All the cards have been drawn.
Did all the cards? Did the bone? Well, maybe not did the bone,
Ghost
but
isn't
you know,
gonna
picked up
hunt
the
us, right?
bone. Oh, it so is.
Freaking yikes, dude. God damn it. Stupid ghost. Hyper, I've got your ashes. I got you. What is with the odd? Lunar, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, friend. I can't believe it's still hunting. Holy hell, dude.
That's are so long.
They tried to get us killed mid-hunt. I heard that.
No, I kept hearing his voice every other like breath.
What were those sounds? They were so weird. It was like
It was-
almost cut off.
Yeah, it was weird. It's because it's like between floors. Lunar, I hope you had a good stream. Hello.
I just heard him whisper, "Stupid ghost," in the middle of the hunt.
Stupid ghost. All right, I got Hyper's ashes. We're fine.
Okay, good.
Hi, Tristan.
I'll
Night's
just put my
going
coffee
well.
right next to it, and then definitely remember which cup is which.
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
fine. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody's good. We got Obake.
Oh, okay.
Coffee ashes. Look, little coffee ashes never hurt anybody. Okay.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Prefer to call them coffee grounds, but it's fine.
Oh, coffee from the grounds. I get it.
Yeah. It really keeps me grounded.
Well.
Coffee 6 feet undergrounds.
Oh wow, we're creating a shop. All right, that's fine. I hate it here. Friends, thank you for the games. Best way to go. Of course. Thank you guys.
That was just one.
Wait.
Yeah, it was just one. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's just one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dixper has got me all kinds of
building.
IRL. Listen. I emotionally went through a lot that game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Look,
Your
is
Sorry.
it
character is
because-
also slightly taller than me, so
To be
I
fair,
really,
you
I
did
really
watch
felt
me
the dad
die, so
disappointment.
I did. It was very stressful. I didn't know how to.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I had to scoop all the ashes into a coffee cup. I was like, oh.
I know. I know.
Good thing I had one of those sleeves. I didn't want to get dirty.
You had a funnel. We should add some stuff into the
What happened?
About Flash, I think.
Why did
it automatically added my stuff, and I have tier 3 everything except for the crucifixes.
Well, that's fine.
So I took my stuff out.
Okay. I hit add. No. That's totally fine. Try to speed him along. No. Hey, Edgefield. I don't know why I thought that was the second one. That was so weird.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
I have a serious question. Serious answer. Yes, Miss Fortune.
I was in that place.
Cool stuff.
Things and stuff. We need firelight, repels, copy. I'm gonna bring a firelight. EMF. That'll work. Can you boop the Yoshi snoot? Of course.
You'll be happy to know it's not cards this time.
Ayo.
Ooh, what is it?
I don't know.
Also, power's on.
Tis not the paw. Boop the snoot. Frank? It's Frank.
Frank?
Why is it so red? Dixper. Of things to come. I'll just walk around aimlessly until it blows out my firelight.
Hey, Flash, you might want to take a look at this.
What's up? Taking a poo out?
I think I found the bone.
Shit. Is this not where you keep your bones?
That's where I keep. That's where I keep them.
Okay, all right.
But that's just because they're part of.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
fair.
So I always keep them on my head.
What do we got?
I don't know.
Ghost, where are you? Are you in the basement?
We're in the laundry room. Confirmed laundry room.
Roger that. Oh, my Lanta.
No UV.
Oh, that was weird. All right, it'll definitely get the firelight. We need to check for this. Get one of those. Do one of these. One of those. UV writing. Polty demon miling. Well, it can't even be this, but we'll bring it in there anyway. Your house is haunted? I guess so.
Is that you that signed the...
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Nothing on spirit box, we have writing.
Roger that.
Yeah, we've got about 3 degrees in here.
How many photos do we have? None? Roger that. Is this a 3 stack?
Yes.
Okay. Here. Click,
I
click,
wrote
click,
the book while I
click,
was in
click,
there, so
pass.
it's not a shade.
Okay. Well, we have ultraviolet in writing, yeah?
No UV. No UV.
Oh, no UV. Okay.
Yeah, it walked in the salt and touched the door at the same time, so I think between the salt and the door,
Well, let
we
me
can
check
rule
this
out
again,
UV
then.
even if it's in a blockade.
Well, we have orbs.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, orbs.
Mayor Revy thing.
Well, that should be easy to figure out. It's just a question
One
of if
would
we can figure
think
it out
so.
and also live.
I'm gonna get a smooch. I want more Dixper cards. We'll have more drops soon. Like I said, every 25 we'll do more drops. And don't forget about the, if you're subbed, you get a free one as well. I'm gonna put that in there for kicks. And bring one of these in there just because of life. What do we got?
Just in case we need it, the lockers in the garage are open.
Ghosty chilling.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay.
It's freezing. Yeah.
Ooh, the Revy.
Revenante.
That's gonna only go off.
Yeah.
You walked kind of through me when you made that noise.
Oh, sorry.
And I don't know how I feel about
My bad.
it.
That was my bad. Sorry about that. Going to get flank. Hi, Flank.
What are we doing? Did you get a picture of the bone yet, Flash?
Saying hi to Frank. Oh, no, we don't need any more photos as long as we pick up the bone.
Okay, I'll grab the bone.
Let evil flow through you.
I just poked it in the weenie.
You guys whispering about?
All right, it's poke, poke, pass. If it hunts when you poke it, you lose.
Okay, well, this is my son, so this will not happen. Never mind.
All pins
Oh,
just
never
got
mind.
pushed in, didn't it?
Oh
no, the heart pin
not all
did.
the
The heart
pins,
pin,
just
okay.
the heart pin.
Okay. Listen, that doesn't help. We're supposed to repel and escape. We can't do that.
Well, then you should have remembered we had a tier 3 crucifix down
I'm
there.
never going to remember we have tier 3 crucifixes. I'm
also never gonna remember that.
about to just go sit down there and hang out with the ghost.
We
Poke,
can
poke,
go do
pass.
that once either.
All right, I'm down. Poke, poke, pass.
I'm gonna go get a smooch first, though.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh. Ghost, we need Avantis, please. Hey, did you have a nibble?
Just a little bite.
Is there another crucifix in here?
Yeah, there's
it's over here
one.
in
I
the
put one
kitchen.
right there.
Oh, okay.
So it'll cover like the whole kitchen area.
Sweet. Ghost. Hello. Kate Bishop. Kate, we are ready for you.
Kate Bishop?
Kate
Hawkeye?
Bishop.
That's Hawkeye.
That's Hawkeye.
Yeah, the girl Hawkeye.
Oh.
Like his successor.
Uh-oh. Yoshi goes hard, right? Yoshi the ghost hunter? Oh my god, it's all effed. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Ew.
Andy pooped in the sink.
Don't announce what you're doing. It's gross. It's an event.
What are you doing to make it event so many times?
Listen, I'm just hanging out in my room playing the guitar.
I did 2 air balls followed by a physical event. Just to
Yeah, I
win,
thought that
like,
last one was a
10
hunt for sure. Hey, Sam, how are you? I think I walked into something fun. You walked into something. Definitely walked into something. Watching the door to see if Ghosty hunts. It hath not. It hath not. Jesus Christ. Shauna.
Brucey Burn? I believe that's the last. Yeah, that's the last one.
Well, I'm not downstairs, but you know what? F these shoes. God, some of these. Dude, I haven't used Dixper in so long. It's been a very, very long time. Love the gameplay. Yoshi Beagles, thanks.
Keep your shoes to yourself.
No, F those shoes.
Who throws a shoe?
Honestly.
He's trying to shoo away the ghost. It's fine.
Ah, I get it. What did I miss? So last month, if you're very confused, check. So last month, I said that if we reached our sub goal, that I would do a viewer day where I dress up as Yoshi and we have Dixper on. So all of my alerts have been changed to be Yoshi related. All my bit alerts, all my sub alerts, my follow, everything. All of it has changed. Anytime I cosplay or anytime I dress up as anything, I'm changing all my alerts. That's my goal. Fishy Buns, how are you, friend? Dark, thank you for the resub. Jesus Christ.
I escaped it, we're good.
Noted.
This is a thing for cock.
I'm sorry, what the hell did you just say?
This is a thing for cock.
It threw all the cock.
Am I the real Yoshi? You'll never know.
Look.
Hi, Frank.
Look at the cock.
Oh, my word. He's like, I don't understand why we can throw him so far.
He's gone, bro.
Oh,
What is he? Whoa! He popped back up! Hey, little guy.
look, he's chilling. Hi, Frank.
Hey,
Just
little
hanging
guy.
out.
He's just hanging out. Having a good
I
time.
can land this. Oh, I landed it like a bottle flip. Oh, God. I
Do a flip.
the wall.
All right. Everyone have the
Hey.
ghosty?
Yes.
Okay, let's rock. Stefan, did it not do a message? I didn't hear anything. I might have to refund you. I don't know why it's not doing a message. No, the parrot can't. You can barely throw the parrot a foot.
Welcome back.
That perfect game.
I got $800.
800.
Congratulations.
Wait, what?
$800 reduced.
$800.
Wait, why'd you get 800?
I got
'cause I
1400.
I had 13.
Well, no, I got like 800 as a bonus for leveling up.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was very confused. I thought you
on
meant.
top-
Okay,
it was a
never mind.
bonus.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Well,
It was
thank
fun.
you.
For games.
Good games.
Thank you.
For
Cheese
not
with
getting me
cheese.
killed this time.
Hey, you're welcome. That's right. You owe me one.
I owe you
It was
one.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. Thank you for playing.
Bye.
Appreciate yous. Goodbye. God. All right. All right. For now, what I'm going to do, for now, because of time, I'm going to close the queue for now. And then if we get through it and we have more than enough time, we'll continue. There's a good chance we will because, well, tomorrow's Saturday. So it's not like I have to go to work tomorrow. Oh my. I don't think the voice effects are working either. So classic Dixper be Dixper. Up next we have Stefan, Break of Daylight, and Sparkle. Oh my word. This is going to be a group and a half. This is going to be a group and a half. I'll just let them carry me. That's fine. In them I trust. In them I trust. Yeah, the queue is closed for now. Yeah. We'll keep it closed for now, and then I'll open it back up if we have time. Don't listen. You guys have a lot of faith in me being able to keep y'all alive while Dixper is happening. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Why do you say we're going to be a group and a half?
What? But no, because you guys are
Why do
going to
you say
carry me.
You're going to sacrifice us.
Listen,
That's
me
what.
and Stefan are just hoping that Break of Daylight will be the hero we need.
Sorry, I'm just here for Sparkle.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
I'm
dude.
sure
Okay, wow. Okay, whatever. Wow. All right, you guys pick the maps. Where do you want to go?
Special.
Amazing. Imagine. Aura, thank you for the raid. Welcome.
Pillars.
Oh, thank you, Hyper. It was so great playing with you, friend. Imagine, dude. Wow. Oh, nice comfy Willers. I'm down. Aura, how was your stream? I think it's clashing with Phaz. The voice one worked at first, and then you could. That's true. Yeah, probably. Probably. What do we got? A pair of bollocks, eh? Pair of bollocks.
Watch it be Pam.
Ooh, fog. I like fog. Huge fan of the fog, dude. Huge. Huge. Got a boner headed to the basement? You're welcome to take a peek if you'd like.
I did. Ghost room is garage.
Ah. It's hanging out with you. Stream was good. Played some Phas, Slime Rancher 2. Nice. Phas has been good. No, Licorice Tree, you're good. Surprised I didn't die. I know. Look at us go, dude. I didn't get a whisper, right? No. Come on, Ghosty. Oh, God. Those dots are so effing loud.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It wasn't your fault. It's the game. Hey, Pilot, how are you?
Doesn't look like we have work.
Okay. We also don't have whispers. The ghost is quiet. Is power in the basement? If so, I can get it. I think it is. I'm on it. Loving the hat. Thank you. It was the result of a monthly sub goal last month. Oh my God. So I said that I would do a viewer day where I'm dressed as Yoshi and we play with Dixper, and we reached it. So now we are here. You did not. Oh, F you, dude. Want to get the power? Never mind, I'm staying right here. I'll still try to get the whisper from here. Power's back on. Stupid. That was an event, yeah? Did that just event?
Coming from a basement.
Oh, was she following me?
He might be.
Oh no.
I mean,
there's an EMF2 here.
He probably likes Yoshi.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, she likes Yoshi.
I don't get it. It's now cold in the left storage room.
What?
Keep an eye out for stalker ghosts.
Oh, spicy. Okay. Well, and if it's stalking and it's from the first floor, then it can't be a banshee.
Or it might just be a weather issue because I definitely got cold temperatures in the garage when I went in.
Okay.
Over initial fog temperature.
Sparkle
Okay.
said we have dots.
What'd you say? We have dots?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I got a whisper. That's funny. It could be, as of right now, it could be Phantom, Banshee, or Wraith. Interesting. So if this is the actual room, then I wonder if it was stalking someone else.
Pretty sure it just likes you.
Oh. Well, we have a ghost photo, so that's very... who took the ghost photo?
Me.
Do you see the ghost in the photo?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
There's
Okay.
no infraction because of different floors.
Yep. You're good. On mine, it looked very clear. That's why I wasn't sure. It's
Are
just
you
photo
here?
desync.
Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Are you friendly?
The hell's wrong with you?
Are you friendly?
I hear them. EMF 5?
EMF 5.
No UV? Yeah. Could be looking at a Wraith. We could be looking at a Wraith. What was the zombie thing on the screen? That's Dixper. That is Dixper. What? That is Dixper. It's out to get us. Oh, jeez. That's fine. I don't need to see anyway. It's fine. Thank you, Sam. If I squint real hard, maybe I can see it. What the fuck?
Another wave?
Oh, it's not a stalking ghost. What? What is Dixper? Dixper is an interactive platform that allows chat to screw with me. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. So if you're a sub, you get a free crate to mess around with. So definitely make sure to claim it. We would never. All right, it's not a wraith, huh? I'll take this down there.
I don't know how it was in the garage at the beginning. Well, if it's not a wave.
That is one heck of a long room. Okay.
Yeah, very weird. Well, it's room bundling issues, I don't know.
Sorry, I just felt like staring at my journal. What's up?
Yeah, what's in there?
You know,
Anything
just
interesting?
Words, photos, some feet, pictures in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
Some feet.
What did I just walk into?
Wow, I don't remember judging you, dude. Geez, stay out.
What?
Oh wait, I gotta
Okay,
try.
well,
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. No, come here. Come here. Come on, come here. Come here. I heard about something. I want to see if this is true. Hold on. All right, try to leave.
No. Nope.
Nothing.
So effed.
How dare you?
So effed.
Can't even open the door.
No, you can't. I reported this.
I can touch it.
I can touch it. I reported it. So when you slightly break the door, no one else can interact with it, and you're now stuck here.
Oh.
Flash.
Enjoy your stay. Haha. Yoshi's gonna get you
You're
killed.
so rude.
Okay, we're good. Yeah. Yep. I saw that. I was like, no way, that's a real thing. Nope, it sure is.
I do get a little
Thank you.
claustrophobic. Don't get me stuck
Again,
in this
I reported
house.
There's an emote for it.
What the? We good?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not. It's not
like,
doing the same
between
thing
this
for me
door
that it is
and
for
that door
you.
being broken over there at the same time. Oh, it just stopped. Oh, we good?
It
If
was
the doors are
broken for
rocking,
me.
don't come and then
Baking for you.
Oh God! Here we go. I didn't break all the doors. It wasn't me.
Sparkle.
What's Sparkle doing? Oh,
Nothing.
What do you? Hey! Hey, you turd!
Where did the cursed mirror go?
It's here at the front.
No, I'm not gonna.
I mean, we could all put it up once, so this ghost hunts us.
Stop it. No. Naughty Flash. Naughty.
I'm just trying to lower the sanity. Jeez, dude.
Sure.
I understand why you're not coming in. Look. If you come in here and hang out with us,
I don't trust you.
look, it's fine. Look. You can't interact with the door. Here.
Flash wouldn't let us die.
And now you're
Flash
stuck.
would never let
He
you die,
loves-
Sparkle.
And
He
now
doesn't love sacrificing.
this is
people.
It's not a stalker.
this is what you
Nothing
can
to
do.
fear.
So now
Do it.
you can't leave, and I can start a hunt.
Do it. I dare you. Go. Do it.
All right.
Yes. Even.
Oh, there was a ghost.
There's probably a Cruci down there.
By the way, I forgot to tell you that you are capable of phasing out if you're the one that's standing there with the door.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, that is a small fact that you hit for us.
Oh,
Nice,
did I
okay.
mention that? Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Oh, okay.
Surprising.
Okay.
Very surprising.
I forgot my Yoshi
Booba.
brain. It's just. Oh, what the hell? Hey, what you doing, Booba?
It's Booball.
Go, Scott, your present.
Oh, thank you. They're hiding in here. Negative. What is with the audio? Why does it keep doing that? Who spilled strawberry jam? I don't know if somebody got in the way of it or not. There we go. Nice.
And she just was staying in my cleansed room for a whole hunt. Wow.
Sheesh.
Imagine.
Gee. Watered down ketchup.
Lori, I'm gonna take your mirror.
Thank you. Get that fixed for me. Thank
Souvenirs. We got,
Shauna, thank you for the gifted to Pyro.
Bobby.
Can you fix that for me? Thanks.
No.
I did say please.
69 Yoshis. 69
Once
Yoshi,
broken, forever broken.
My head probably doesn't even fit in the
You
mirror.
know, if you break a mirror, that it's like 7 years of bad luck or something.
No,
Hey, I'm a
that's
vampire. I can't
that's
see
only
myself.
in Fortnite. That doesn't count here.
I'm a vampire. I can't see myself in there.
Judith. All right. Oni, everyone's ready to rock?
Yes, yes,
Oni.
yes, yes.
That's cool.
Lori Elliot Oni.
It's only in Fortnite. That's right. Are there any mods? What's up?
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Imagine if Yoshi had to actually blow their nose. It would take 15 years.
Asper.
Which game number you're on for this round? Oh, well, that was our first round. What? What?
I'm making myself dizzy, not gonna lie.
Are you okay?
No.
No, well,
Why are you crashing our party?
what's wrong with you? You guys are mean. Yeah, you better go up there.
I make a mess.
I make a mess.
I make a mess.
Get her to stop. Catch him. Gotta catch him.
I'm trying.
I can't do it either.
Almost.
I'll get lower. Buy me more time. Got one.
No. Still didn't.
Due to Yoshi anatomy, it'll be impossible for Yoshi to sneeze. Oh my god.
Oh, I literally did it on the same floor. You didn't.
Sparkle, catch.
Here,
Nice.
catch. Failure.
Oh, you little.
Okay, I'm really bad at this.
Wow, dude. Oh, and I caught it too. Get wrecked.
I literally heard it touch the floor, you little liar.
It's because I scraped the floor out of for victory. Which,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get sent
How are you such a high level? Because I played the game a lot. It's my main stream game.
Right.
Thank you, room. I don't want to be able to see anyway. Eric Mash.
I do.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at that
look
sunrise.
at that.
It's so beautiful.
Oh.
We call it the break of daylight here.
Oh, sorry. All right, you heard it.
Oh,
We gotta.
Flash, you're half body. Oh my god.
We have to go break daylight. You heard it.
I could only see half your body when I
Oh,
was
wow, dude, wow.
Wow.
Did the mash. He did the Eric mash. He did.
Power is on.
On it. Endless, thank you for the biddies. Oh, thank you.
It's
nice. There you go. Yes.
Oh, there it is again. Hey, come here. Hey, look outside.
Oh, yeah, out the front door. Yeah.
It looks even better
You
from the
can
front
only
door.
see half your body.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. God. I gotta censor my screen. You can't do that. Ghosties where?
Master bedroom.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Your hair came off, Sparkle. It was
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Hold on. Jesus Christ.
It's trying to sleep. It's on the bed.
Gotta go to bed, need sleep. No worries, Endless. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. I can't see them. They just shed their skin on the way out.
You've got some lovely trees behind you. That's quite.
Thank you.
It's almost like Florida.
You like that?
I only see your pants.
What about now?
No, I see trees. I see. It's a lovely scene.
Get myself a smooge. Pair of bollocks.
Oh.
I'm so late. I'm so late. Wait, Yoshi. Yeah, go on. Hold on, wait. Oh, all right. All right, come to the door. Back up a little bit. Jeez, dude. My God.
Oh my God.
You're beautiful. Ah, God. Kill, that wasn't very nice. Kill played the Grammy card too.
Oh no.
That's what nightmares are made of, I know. So well timed. So well timed. You know you posted a 13-minute VOD an hour ago on YouTube? Oh, did it automatically post? I'll have to go delete it. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Minutes. There. Okay. Fixed it. Thank you for pointing it out. Is she bald? What are you giggling at out there?
I don't know. It's great. It's great.
Oh.
Hmm?
What are you doing?
What you kitty?
I see the sunlight over here, and then I see the sunlight over there. I see the sunlight over here.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Okay.
So, we have no stream box, so it's down to red for Faye. Currently the ghost photo.
Roger that. All right, I've got a smooge. 25. We still need a photo. Still got that monkey paw.
The paw.
All right, go show up.
You gotta be nice to it. We just disturbed its nap.
Oh, I'm sorry. Show the up right now.
I wish to see the ghost.
Where is he? Aha.
Where the F was it?
I think it was in the closet.
Oh, it was. Look. What are you doing in there, Ghosty? I was so confused. It was literally over here in the corner. It was like this. Just checking out my shoes, man. Damn.
Photo's done.
25%. Hi, Wolf. How are you?
Okay, we all need to see it in the dark.
All right. What's the evidence we have?
Writing.
Orb and writing. I mean, if we wish for sanity, yes, it will change the room of the ghost, but our sanity will drop to 50. I don't know what our sanity is now. I'll go check. Don't shame the ghosty for being in the closet. It's hanging out with the manila envelope that looks like a t-shirt. We are at 55. I'm at the highest. I can change the weather real quick.
But the beautiful sunrise.
I know, but we need to change. But we need sanity to go down.
But fine.
I'm just saying, dude.
If we have to.
If I had a meal. Wait, where's the paw? Oh, there.
On the bed, I think.
Do you have a preference?
No. I usually wish for sunrise.
Listen, I wish for sunrise.
That actually worked?
Oh.
Hey, I didn't know that you could actually make that happen. Ah!
I didn't know you could do that.
All right. I didn't realize you could make it stay the same weather either.
Oh,
that should have dropped me 25.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. Ooh, I heard it.
I
Hiding
think there's
downstairs.
another ref because the Fae would have handled us by now.
Yeah. We do. We does. What do you think? I think it's gonna be a Revy. I bet it'll be a Revy. This is what happens when I miss streams. No clue about extra new stuff. Listen, I announced the stuff in the Discord. It's a Revenante. Kill the breaker and hide mean. That's so effed up. I would not. It's not, I mean, no, it's not too late. You can kill the breaker in the middle of a hunt. Cassie, hello. My power just fried, so I'm gonna have to pop out of the queue. Oh, no worries, Overlosa. I'm so sorry.
Who was missing the reviews books?
That's a spicy. Yeah, who would do that? How dare you?
No idea.
You animals. Can't believe you.
Somebody who likes to sacrifice people.
Listen, Linda, listen. We still need below 25. How dare? You mean Franklin?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Phasmeyer. Franklin Phasmeyer. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, can one of you guys let me know what my sanity is, please?
Your sanity's 35. We got it, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have self-step. I mean, what?
What? No, hi.
Hi.
How dare you?
Nothing.
How dare you?
What a beautiful day. Look at that. So
Look
beautiful.
at that beautiful sunrise.
Yeah, so beautiful. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Flash.
Guys,
When do
can we
you
do
come
it?
in here? Trying to leave? Oh,
Trying. I don't remember how to do this. Nope. Could do it at one point. I don't remember now.
Features, right?
Features.
Still got a cough.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oops, we didn't find the bone.
Oh no!
Oh, I wondered, but then I was like, oh, somebody.
It was in the
probably
dining
found it.
room.
Oh.
07.
Oh.
Rats. That's right. My levels right now don't mean much anyway.
Lost opportunity.
That's okay. Well.
I was telling Sparkle
Good job, team.
earlier how I do not want to go back to tier 1 stuff. It's fine.
I know. It's inevitable, though.
We're gonna
You
do
have to
anyways,
do it.
But, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't care about prestiging at all.
I know.
Anymore.
Well, what's there to prestige for?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Only a nice ID card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice
They're
ID
pretty
cards.
hard.
Sake of starting over.
And
Yep.
a loadout spot, guys. Woo!
Woo woo!
Yay!
I already have.
I got them all already. I can't have
8
any more.
loadout slots.
Flash
So
doesn't
what?
even get that anymore.
No.
Who the hell needs more than 8 loadout slots?
I started naming them random shit.
We all do.
I named one Jeremy. Car Rolls. Sub on Twitch.
Jeremy. Can you name one Yoshi?
I can. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. We'll change. Oh, those
I
are
mean,
kind
probably
of-
leave Jeremy, but
I definitely can't change Jeremy or Car. How about this one?
probably like
There
yeah,
we go.
that one would work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the games.
It was a lot of fun.
Much
Thank you
appreciated.
for letting us
Like
join.
always, thank you.
You
thank you.
didn't sacrifice anyone.
I didn't kill
and I'm proud
anybody.
of you.
Nobody. This was a group effort. We did good.
Thank you for the games play.
Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. B Spawn, hello. That was definitely the right choice to rename. I think so too. I think so too. All right. Up next, I know Verlosa said they had to pop out, so Psychic, Blondie, and DJ. Psychic, Blondie, and DJ. I like the not TTV.
Thank you. It's from, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight, and
people
I
like
with a lot of
searching the name.
streamers. Yeah, well, it's mostly that you're more likely to get tunneled out if you have TTV. So I just wanna give myself a higher chance of not getting hooked. If you know
But what if they see that and they're like, no, you're not going to fake me out. I know you're a streamer.
you know, it's yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good talk. All right. Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten
DJ, you're up, friend.
DVD is
How do we get the code?
happiest,
It's in
most
Discord.
Sunshine, most fun-filled game in the entire world. So
Most
you know,
fun-filled game. That's right.
literally, yeah.
I mean, you ever watch Coach play? She just lets everybody live.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. I
Yeah, see?
definitely don't watch her pretty much every single morning get killed.
You would
for
never do
absolutely
such a
no
thing.
Reason.
Does this new lobby have a jump scare? No, unfortunately not. Bluff thoroughly called.
I think for our first map, I noticed that nobody saved Toe yet, and like
Nobody
Yoshi and Toe, I
has.
feel are like second cousins.
We are. I should have
So-
Toad next to me, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have like a real life Toe.
I do. Toad's on the shelf. Right up there. I'm not seeing it. If you go to the top of the Discord, it says channels and roles. And channels and roles, you'll see viewer game. And that's in case you don't see the channel. Yeah, the real life Toll. It's for reals. There we go. They are one. Jesus. All right. Oh, maple or random. Ooh, spicy. It's fun to hear the voices we chat with as a viewer. Yeah.
There we go.
Alrighty, cool. Let's rock. Random or maple? Crack me up with a nickname for Steam. Wait, what? I wanted maple. We haven't actually played maple tonight. We ain't played it.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
There we go.
Whoever was here must
I like that there's one nice flash.
There's one what?
There's one nice
There's-
flashlight in the truck, and the rest of it is.
Why is it all tier? Listen, we can start this over again if you want.
I think everything else, like all the other equipment, is like, it's okay. You know, it's not like
we're
tier one
gonna
stuff,
guess
but-
the ghost and we'll do it again.
Okay, nice. That's
Yeah. This is absolutely a mare. Easy peasy. Hi, Mr. Rafa.
I wish Sarash was here.
I know. I hope it's a mare. Nickname for Steam is my actor name for the Haunter. Oh, cool.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Dang it.
I guessed Hantu.
How dare you? All right. Disable, enable. All right. Okay. We should be good now. All right. Let's go back to Maple. Let's go back. Hantu. Oh, Car, you got it right. What the hell, Car? Car. Oh, shit. Well, no more Maple.
Hey, this doesn't exactly look like Maple.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit. They did some renovations at the cabins, and get these really cool keys.
It's now Maple Lodge Asylum, maybe?
I don't know, but there's a really nice lady downstairs.
It's where they go camping.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. And like the little padded tents.
Right.
Yeah, it's where the crazy people go camping.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Avatar movie. I know.
You know what? At least it's
this
not
isn't the place I thought this was. All right, I've got what I'm gonna need. Let's rock. Going to the red tent. Is the red tent the goo room? Ba-ding. Maple Sunny Meadows Lodge.
Did we look at where power's at?
I did not, but we have a mirror. Posture, thank you.
Power was just right downstairs. I got it on.
I think the ghost might be in one of the rooms at the end of either the male or the female, so the dorm, I think. If I had to guess.
I'll go poking around down the wing on the left with parabolic.
I'll go right. That's a camp I would not want to be a camper at. Come on. I really want to play Friday the 13th again soon, too. That's closing down this year. Yep, it's in the female dorm.
Copy that.
Thought so. Hello? I knew I saw this. I saw this here and I knew it. I knew it. On September 13th, I could try. I might be able to actually do that. Because that following day, I leave to go on my anniversary trip.
Is it all the way down at the end?
It is, yeah, the left room, all the way down on the left. You met your husband on Friday 13th? Aww. Is that an all moment? Aww. That's so cute. You have a wedding to go to on the 13th? Man, everybody's busy for the 13th. Where are you going? Disney. For a couple days. Getting away, just me and her. We've been there before with just us, and we did the whole drink around the world thing. The Food and Wine Fest. So we're going back again. Our actual anniversary is on the 16th. We don't have a camera. Hi, Mr. Song. We don't have that in there, that in there, that in there. Okay. This is with no
Is anybody bringing in UV? It just went through the salt.
I don't have UV. I have dots, crucifix, and camera.
We've got EMF 5.
Ooh, roger that. Oh yeah, we've been there with the kids before, and it was a lot of fun. But we've also been there with just us before, and it was also a lot of fun. You get to experience it both ways, and it's really great. The last time when we went.
I'm guessing this is 3 evidence.
Correct. The last time we went with all the kiddos, it was amazing. Drink around the world
And I
and
didn't get anything on Spirit Box, but I used text space.
survive
so I'm
orange
not
side
sure sometimes it
of
does
mission
affect it.
space. Mr. Song. 55 months. Hot diggity dog. And I will sit my $5 ass down. Hey. I don't have anything here. Hold on here. He's pretty stinking cute, I'll give him that.
That was a nice event.
Song, thank you so much, friend. How do you join? How do I join your Dixper? What do you mean? So you mean to play cards? You go to dixper.gg/FlashForce. Writing.
Copyright.
And it probably not a shade because it did it while I was in the room. Zaw, thank you for the 10 months. We're getting closer to the next Dixper drop. I'm gonna go get a
Does your like
smooch.
badge like glow in the dark a little bit?
What's that?
Like the 2 badge on your arm.
Oh, the
glow
badge.
looks
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
glows in the
yeah.
dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Is Q closed? Yeah, it's closed for right now.
That's awesome.
But there's a good chance there'll be a spot song. For sure. For sure. Boo-doo-boo-boo.
We've got fingies.
That's a miling. Pizza Friday things, your good song.
I saw there's a photo camera missing for the truck. Where'd it go?
I didn't take the photo cam. Wait, what happened?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I just work here. All right. 25, so we don't need it to hunt. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Actually, Song, you know what? I don't know if Song's still here or not. Oh, shit. I don't have a lighter. Do I? We're not on Grafton. We are not on Grafton. Zab Lady, thank you for the 5 subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the subs, friend. Not following yet. Well, welcome in. All right. Bring in the other crucifix. I love the noise that played. Yeah, I tried to find all the good Yoshi stuff for today. So I found a lot of them. I found a lot of really good ones. Thank you, Eclipse. Welcome in. Endro, thank you. Here.
I'm gonna go grab that. Yeah, that's good. I think right now we're just waiting to go crazy and getting the last pictures. This is pretty quick for a Sunny Meadows game.
Is this a 3-stack?
Yes, we got pictures of it. I think the second one in the middle is also a 3-stack, though.
Where's the camera?
I think think Sam has it. Somebody has it. Somebody went to go.
Oh, they took it. No, they took it back. Okay. Because we can take, all of us can take pictures of the salt. Thank you,
Oh,
Cara.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Are we feeling the bone?
What was that?
The bone? I haven't seen it.
Are you asking? I was saying you're asking if we found it. I haven't looked for it. Oh, Val? Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah, if I'm ever saying a name that you want me to say differently, of course. Remember when Salt's only had 2 in it? I does. Ghosty walked in the other Salt as well.
Sounds good. I'm coming in with a camera.
Camerato. Car has all the Dixper cards. All of them. Uh-oh. Too many. We have an uh-oh.
Spicy?
Spicy.
Spicy.
A little spice. Makes it all very nice. All right, there we go. Of course. He's the car. Oh, boy.
Another spice.
Oh, boy.
Now it's time to do Sam's favorite part of the investigation. Go find the bone on
What the?
Meadows.
Is this supposed to be the clown card? Why is there no sound?
Do we actually want to look for the bone? Because, like, I just went downstairs preemptively, but I'm totally fine with, you know, just waiting around for the 25 and dipping.
Yeah, I mean, I can, while we're waiting for the 25, I can try to do some searching.
No, I started the bone. Okay. I started on the downstairs, like, from the ghost room, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Might as well search.
Did it spawn in the hallway?
It can.
Oh, that sucks.
The bone can spawn anywhere that the ghost can walk. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm drunk. Oh, God. Oh, thanks.
So technically the ghost can, like, where the bone spawns in the bathtub, the ghost can walk in the bathtub?
I mean, not really, but, you know.
Heavy air quotes on walk.
Well, I can't really walk right now as it is. Okay, thank you. I'm doing some quick searching. I'm not trying to spend 15 years looking for the bone. Laundry. Oh, this is going to take a long time. I remember Asylum. There was no outside. Oh, the original Asylum? Yeah. This the same looking stuff everywhere. But again, kind of miss it. Because it's another map. You know? I have a feeling we're not going to find this goddamn bone. Or it's just going to take us forever. 4 of us. You'd think it wouldn't be that bad, but it definitely can be. You listen here. Can I not light them with this? Is this broke again? Seriously? Arnez! I can't believe this is broke again. How did that happen? Thank you for the prime. Hello, friend.
Didn't find it on the list.
Thank you for the Yoshis.
I'm about halfway done with downstairs and I haven't seen it either.
Thank you.
1 hour, Sunny Meadows Bone Find, Part 2.
Hey, if anybody does a lap around the middle, would you mind trying to light the boiler room furnaces, please?
Yeah, for sure. I'll try and make my way up there in a bit.
Gotcha. Thank you. It's a good call, Stefan. That's a good call because it'd be good to know if nobody can do it. Look fantastic. Thank you. Got a Yoshi head. I'm not wearing a black shirt. It's a whole new world. Oh, here, wait.
Hello.
Maybe it's out here. What map is this? This is Sunny Meadows. Sunny Meadows. Who are you? Rainy Meadows. Oh, that's true. That's a fair point. I got nothing, man. It's more like a cough, but thank you. It's full Sunny Meadows. Yeah, it's the. I'm kind of cool with not getting it if it's being a pain in the ass. Looked around most places in the center, not seeing it. Break of daylight, friendo. Thank you for the subs, friend.
The only place I haven't looked downstairs is I skipped the morgue to come back up.
Roger that.
Can it be in the courtyard?
It can be. I thought I looked there, but I didn't see anything. Is it hunting? Oh, was it hunting?
Oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, I was waiting. I was like locked in there.
I thought I heard that.
Finished.
You said the only place you haven't looked is the morgue?
Yeah, I skipped the morgue to come back up to go like the furnace.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the morgue. I'll check it. I like the eyes on the Yoshi. It looks dead-eyed with how the nose is. Oh, yeah. Especially when you look at the camera like this.
We might have to call the phone a lost cause.
I'm gonna look in the morgue and then I'm cool with calling it lost at that point. Imagine if it was on top of Pam. You know how funny that would be? Like you walk over here and there's just a bone just resting on her. Oh, there's the crate drop. Thank you, Mayor. If you guys haven't had a chance to use Dixper yet, If you click on that link, you can get a free crate. We're doing it every 25 subs. I'm going to give away more crates.
Wood, a candle, and no bueno.
Found all those flies that were in my room. I'm just gonna... I'll look hallway on my way back through. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Nothing. Had a fake flash try to add me today with the content. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some, you have to, the best thing you can do is you can look, Jesus Christ, you can look at somebody's Discord username and you'll know it's me because it'll say FlashForce. If it says .FlashForce or FlashForce dot or something like that, you know it's not me. And not to mention, if you looked at the link, look at the linked accounts, you'll see mine has everything. I have no idea.
And I couldn't figure out, like, usually, like, I can light the furnaces usually, like, you know.
Oh, were you not able to light it either?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Okay, it's broken again. So it was broken, they fixed it, and then it's broken again. Cool.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's not a me problem, because I was sitting there clicking my little lighter, like the Zippo was out of ink or something.
It didn't say handsome. That's what gave it away. Son of a bitch.
Okay. I brought you a present.
What'd you bring? Aww.
It's a nice little char-grilled piece of steak.
I brought you a book.
What a nice little gift. It's like a Secret Santa.
Aww. It's like White Elephant.
Yeah. No take backsies on the meat.
No take backsies. Roger that. It's so shiny.
Is it a bar of soap?
Where's the beef?
Yep.
That's a nasty bar of soap.
It is really gross. It's so dark.
Sorry, I kind of used it earlier.
Ew, what'd you use it on? Ugh. I miss Bruce. Yeah. I missed. Yeah. Oh, so close. Too much. We can do it. One more time. Nailed it.
Oh, duh. I was just wondering why I didn't hear it hunting before the door locked. It's a myling.
Yeah. Super quiet.
Look at you using your like little trail of lanterns to keep up sanity.
Look at us go, dude. Use the bar of soap on their armpits.
Well, you know, we tried.
You know, it's worth a shot. We'll look and see where the the bone was in the post. Use the bar of soap on their pits. What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell's wrong with you?
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Female bathroom. I got nothing. I didn't look in there.
Huh.
Ah, well.
Anyway, time to save toe.
Anyway. To the lodge.
Off to toe.
To the toe. Yeah, those cards haven't been working all night. Probably a jawbone. It might have been hiding back behind one of the tubs. That might be why they didn't, why they couldn't see it. If I had to guess. Yes. Well, that was cool. Just want to get rid of them. Almost have this set gone. Hey, let's go. You've only had the cards for like over a year. What do you mean? I didn't look and see where the power went. All right. No monkey paw. Toilet's open. The porta potty is open. I repeat, the porta potty is open. Is the hat comfy? It's not that bad. But what makes it harder is that having the headphones underneath, it makes it a little tighter. That's all. Hydrate. Roger that. No music box. I got a whisper. I heard it over here.
Yeah, I think it was like, you and I were literally within like 10 feet of each other, so...
Yeah, I think it's over here. I think it's over here near the apples. Maybe?
Here.
Got the temps.
About 4 degrees.
It's just, yep, EMF 5. No, you're not.
I thought I heard one. Oh, is that the sound
Wait,
for
did the
touching
ghost just
me?
do that?
This is cool. Yeah.
Oh, Ghosty did it. I never get the ghosties that do that.
Oh, that's...
EMF 5.
I remember
Yeah.
when those were broken. That was weird.
Walkies? No foots? Where did it walk? Oh, okay. Nothing. Jeez, dude.
What is it touching with that metallic sound? Is it the bear trap or is it like the gas can?
It's the bear trap.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you, Cashley. Those damn teeth. Those effing teeth. Alright, Ghosty is active. Oh, more water. Hydrate. Thank you. All right. Except I don't have water. I just have this energy drink, which is fine. Bring this over there.
Bear box.
Spirit
So
box.
either spirit or twins. I asked if it was friendly and it said tragic death.
Huh. Interesting. So you're saying that's a no. So it's either so spirit or twins. After playing this game for so long, still are getting new stuff. Yeah, I never get that.
Activity board is showing twins.
Do twinsies?
Are all these salts triple stacked?
I don't know if that would. I don't know if I would call that twins.
Is that with it being at that whatever?
No, you would see a legit curve. It still could be. Absolutely, still could be.
I have a salt that wasn't stacked. I'm taking out of the journal.
See their breath over there. Oh. I wonder if we're freezing. Let me go check it out.
Breathing. Well, it's gonna be freezing. It hit 0.2.
Roger that. Freezy daisies. Okay. Whoa. You just throw pliers at me, you nerd. Thank you for the lurk, Dino. Okay.
I'm gonna take a really quick scan around to see if I can find the bone sitting in an obvious place.
Where is the camera? There it is.
I'll go with you.
Are these salts 3 stacks?
No, they're
I
one
think
stack.
the one that hadn't been stepped in is like the only one I haven't taken pictures of is the one next to the one set of salts is not 3 stacked and then the other one is.
It's okay.
So all the salts I have pictures in the journal are not 3 stacked and then the other one is.
It's hard.
Yeah, this one right here in front of me is a 3-stack. Right here.
It's a pretty
that's
good
not
photo.
touched.
That ain't bad.
My general rule of thumb for salt is I put the container in the middle if it's stacked.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good. It's definitely a good way to be able to tell the difference.
It helps our group kind of know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a universal thing.
Do we have a ghost photo?
He's right there.
I don't know. Oh, the camera's here. I thought somebody had it. I was also afraid to take it because I didn't know if we had a ghost photo or not already.
Salt and interactions, so no.
I've been sneaking
Well, I might not
around,
live.
but I'm dummy thick.
I think we still have
And
the crucifix
clap
over
of
here,
my
though, so it
ass
should be okay.
cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
God damn it, car. God damn it. Ghosty. Dummy thick. Ghost. Hello.
Got the bone?
Roger that.
We don't have the cursed object either.
What is the curse, by the way?
I know it's not the Ouija board. That's the only thing I like really super looked for.
I wonder if it's the voodoo doll. Nope, no Frank. Never mind. Alright, I'm leaving the camera in front of this light.
Is it Frank?
No, it's not Frank. Oh, did somebody already save Toe? Okay, good. Good, good, good. Say the word hunt me 3 times? No. I don't want it. No. Toe!
I'm trying to get him to sit up like a proper little gentleman, and he just doesn't want to sit straight. There we go.
You just have to let him hang out with his papa. Take it, little
Get some
buddy.
nice little reading material.
Yep, yep. We gotta set up shop for him.
I'll go look for the curve.
Sounds good.
Have we even gone out to the cabin yet?
I've not gone over there.
I don't think any of us have. I'm gonna take a peek and see if there's a Soikle.
Soikle. We have all the objectives. We have the rest. We need 2 more photos. Spicy. I don't know where that burn was, but I heard it. Oh, is that the ghost right there? No, where'd it go?
Everybody's looking at my
Tier 3 book has an uncapped fountain pen, and there's no way that thing would still write. Yeah. And not to mention,
It's the best cursed object ever.
I don't know if the
Soikle.
that's so cool. I don't even know if it's actually.
They're the worst. Yeah, yeah.
Don't mind me. I was trying to get it to hang somewhere so I could take a look at the pen better.
Did he say it was hunting?
No, I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like it. Nice. There we go. All right. We have 2 smudges in the truck.
All the photos are taken.
Scariest part of that was the earwax, seriously. Northern! Okay.
I watched it close the book. It was like done with our stuff.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
At least it didn't close the book and yeet it at
What
you
the f-
so hard.
Not true.
It's pissed. It's tired of our crap. Alrighty. Everyone have twins?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Let's rock. Toe, we're out of here. Toe.
Oh, and Yoshi.
Oh. We're both queen. Northern, how are you, friend? Yeah, those freaking AI cards can eat a butt.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Well, that was fun.
Well, nicely done, team. Everybody lived and everything.
So true.
Like a bunch of winners. Well, thank you guys for the games, friends.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Next up, by the way, is going to be Avora, Room 47 Creations, and Song. If you're here, friend, this would be the perfect time. This would be the perfect time. So many Yoshis. So many Yoshis. Yo! Big Papa, thank you for the raid. What's up, dude? Welcome in. How the games just kind of came back from stream after watching an NFL game. Nice. What were you watching? Hello.
Hello there, good sir.
How does thy day go?
Thy day goes okay. How about you?
Not too bad. You know, a little green, but not too bad.
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Eagles versus Packers. Oh, nice. My son is a Chiefs fan, so we were watching the Chiefs game yesterday. Or whatever day. Yeah. That's a name and a half.
I told you guys would laugh.
Sniffles.
Hey, you can kind of relate though, right?
Good sir, you'll get Flash Nego. Hey, Song. This open spot's for you, sir. Let's go. Hop 2. All right, we'll wait for Mr.
So
Song to join,
excited.
and then we'll be ready to rock. But while we're waiting, you can pick whatever map you want to go to.
Should we change skins?
One of us is going to have to pick.
One of us.
I'll change for you.
Thanks.
Just wait till the day that we can have, like, customizations. The day that we get, like, customizations and stuff like that would be freaking great.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. Uncle's a Packers fan. Nice. Tater!
So great.
Boo, 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 boo. 1v1 me IRL. Oh, shit. They're about to have Song and Friends Chick are about to 1v1. Let's go. Sorry about the soap. I was nervous. I hate it here. I hate it here. Customization and the ability to potentially play with more people. The having a lobby that's larger would be pretty fun. That would be a blast. Man, look at that photo. What a nicely composed photo. Especially this one. Trash. I like how that door was so faint I could barely hear it. I could barely hear it. Alright, while we're waiting for Mr. Song, I'll make a room mess. It's not really a mess. Faz uploaded bigger maps, more people. I had heard that, was it Obsidio? I heard that Obsidio had an update where you can
I'm
actually...
just trying to do a thing and I keep messing up.
I'll do it a take.
You get hugs. We're gonna give you guys mouth hugs.
Hi, Jenkins. Oh shit.
I can't do it.
I dropped two.
Forget.
I'm good, promise. How are you?
I just want to get on top of the table.
We can get on top of the. Oh, I see. We can get on top of the table without having to do this.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. If you go over here, and you go up on the bar on the outside here. You go like this, and then boom.
Oh, that makes my life easier.
And then boom.
A lot easier.
Obsidio? Yeah.
I didn't know you could break that up there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Having a few drinks tonight. Nice. Can hardly wait for the day someone glitches into Pam's room. Oh, people already have. Shit, we did. Whenever the Halloween event was going on, one of those little ghosty things would spawn right here and it pushed us into that room. Yeah.
Well,
also,
hey, how you doing?
I will have this plaque IRL soon. Just saying.
I just forget the specific way to look.
What is it? You go, hold on. So you go over, you do the ting. And then don't you just, oh, God damn it. Don't you just hold forward and then go like, and then strafe?
I suck.
Son of a bitch. You gotta look down. I did look down.
Oh, hey, how are ya?
Oh, hey, how are ya? Gotta go to bed. Thanks for the games. Thank you for playing, Sparkle. Appreciate you, friend. You can also look into the hole of the first cornhole. Wait, what?
Some of my stuff's not working, and I'm not.
Wait, what's not working?
Just my shortcut keys and things. Yeah, I have no idea how to get across here. I did it once.
I used to always do it. There we go. I just wasn't looking. I just wasn't looking down enough. I did do it. Quiet, shut a boof. Speaking of holes.
You crouch too or no?
I do, but if you just look straight down, look straight down. Go to the corner. Hold on.
I will figure that out later.
Go to the corner. Crouch. Go to the corner. Wait, what corner? Oh, you mean on the outside of the bar, right? Not here.
We're gonna give you guys mouth hugs.
Are you pushing like a special key or something?
Here?
I'm figuring out.
Oh, just going straight. That's it.
On the outside. Okay.
There we go.
Just there we go. But all right. Go to the corner. Crouch. Look into the hole, the nearest cornhole. Okay.
I felt.
And then back up.
Just casually walking on nothing, you know?
I followed instructions. The instructions didn't work. Hey. Do you mean back up and hold right at the same time? Because you suck. Hey, it's not very nice. Well, not right, but left.
I'll eventually figure that one out. That's awesome though.
Just back up like that.
So wait, so do you look this way or
What
look at the
I
wall?
do is I'm sitting at the wall. I'm as close to the wall as I can be, looking straight down. I hold forward.
Yep.
And while I'm holding forward, I go right.
And I fall.
And no more ankles. Hey! Ha! Get wrecked, nerd. You relax yourself.
Dancing on the table, nanny, nanny.
You get him, song. All right. Did we pick a map?
No.
Cords! I'm late, but I'm here. Hey, friend. Thank you for the 8 months. Hello.
Preferably not high school. That sucks.
I mean, I would also prefer it not to be that as well. We haven't done grafted yet.
Totally fine with that. I'd rather do that than take my chances of getting high school.
Confirmed. Roger that.
Because once you say it, you're gonna get it.
I know. Willow? We did Willow.
It's so bad.
great.
They
What do you
consider
guys
it a medium map, right?
Which one? High school?
High school, yeah.
That's a large map.
Was it a medium before?
Yeah, I think it was a medium, and then they finally were like, okay, this isn't a medium.
Right. Well, whoever thought it was a medium map, that is not medium.
Well, also the lighthouse is considered a small map.
Well, I mean, I guess in terms of height, I guess, but like it's large in terms of height. I don't know how to explain it. I get it, but I don't.
It's because
I mean, it's only 10
if you look
rooms.
at the
The
overall,
rooms are small.
Right. If you look at the overall layout, it's supposed to be. But if you're going all the way up and back down, it's forever.
It's just so tall.
I think it should also be medium.
I
Agreed.
think it should probably be medium.
I agree. All right, let's go to Grafton.
Sorry.
Grafton.
I like Grafton. Grafton is by far my favorite farmhouse. I love it. I love it. Witness a ghost event, Cruci and Repel. Okay, so we can do our normal gig. Our normal shindig. For those of you, by the way, that haven't seen it, I don't know. No, I am not your mommy. We talk about this every Tuesday. Thank you, CJ. Looking through the eye holes. If you haven't seen it yet, there are the September goals. We have reached our nasty soda, and we are on our way to our next Playing with Viewers Day. So the next Playing with Viewers Day, once we hit 5, and then after that will be the Hot Ones Phasmo, and the Hot Ones I have on the shelf right here. So preemptively have it so we don't have to wait for it if we just so happen to hit it. We have cards.
Yay! Family game night.
What is Hot Ones? Oh, Stefan. There's a bunch of YouTube videos you can watch. Hot Ones is it's based off, it's a show, and what they do is there's a guy that interviews celebrities while eating spicy wings, and they go in order from like lowest to highest, and the highest one being like 2.6 million Scoville. But but they answer, like, he's asking them like legit really great questions while they're trying not to die from the heat of these wings. It's really good. It's really, really good. No, Cashley, I very purposefully made them stupid expensive so no one would get them. Because what I didn't want to do, because we don't use Dixper super often, I didn't want people to buy crates since we just give them away anyway.
Times I've done this map, you think I'd have them memorized.
Well, just remember.
I only have 50 million cards that I need to use.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Someone buys them. Oh my god, imagine. Buys them and gets like 3 like teeth cards.
Are you a yokai?
No. No, it's kill.
Yeah.
That is not a yokai, that is kill. I've heard nothing. Except for that can that just rolled.
There you go.
Lockers upstairs are open.
Dining room. God.
Don't forget to hit your local after global so the ghosts don't hear you.
Roger that. It's like becoming second nature for me. It's like editing videos when I click save all the time because I wouldn't want my old computer to crash. It's just second nature. Now I just hit local all the time. All right, I'm gonna bring in this guy.
We got spirit box.
Roger. Actually, I'll bring in the salt. Give me the salt. Slips away. What do you mean you slip away?
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Right here.
Welcome, my dear, to Madame Clucky's fortune
I was waiting
telling
for that.
service.
It's time for your free tarot reading.
Hi, Eric.
Man, I'm plugging forever.
Oh no, it's the Hangman card.
It's time to change your perspective.
Good night, Val. I heard a thing. I heard it. I don't know what door it is, and I'm upside down.
It was this door.
That door. Okay, no phalanges.
And I put back my camera too.
Okay. No phalanges. Temps are low, but they're not freezing. Is that song? It is! Your burrito exploded in the oven?
That.
Sounds like a pretty good time.
You said there were no arbs?
Indeed.
Alright, so there's no orbs. There's no ultraviolet. It hath not rotten book. Is to prepare you for what'll happen later. Wow.
I think it was someone said spirit
Oh, we just have
box,
spirit
right?
box. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Where are you?
Just want to make sure.
Are you near?
Interesting.
Where are you? Are you near?
Taking a wee.
Taking a wee. Where are you? Are you near?
Far from.
Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Where are you? Interesting.
That is weird. My mouse isn't working.
Oh no. I like how you got the EMF 5. You had the EMF 5 just as the cruci burned. Get out of here.
Alright, ate it
Flash.
twice.
Flash, why are you bullying the ghost? He's taking a wee.
He's taking a wee. I mean, he shouldn't be doing it over here. It's not very sanitary if that's the chef.
Hey, wait, we don't... nobody else pees next to the piano? This is my spot.
I mean, give it a shot. See if the ghostie likes it.
Oh, I hear that right behind me. That is no, 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 no. Please go away. Please go away. Please go away.
I have some bad news.
I fear somebody has expired.
Listen, don't call them dumb. It's not very kind. I didn't kill anybody. That was the ghost. Wait, where are they? Oh, they're over here. I thought they were in there. Never mind. Yikes. What do you mean likely story? I didn't do anything. I even you saw me go back. You saw me go back downstairs to try and smudge and save them. What happened?
Looking for the camera.
Oh, here. Huh. I just threw it. It's down there on the first floor. Welcome. Is it looking good for you? What do you mean? It's fine. Bye, Spawn. Have a good one. I'm about to take this off because it is now getting tight to the point. Mistress Vampy, hello.
Move that stupid picture from the
Guys, do we have freezing temps? I think we have freezing temps.
Rude. Let me move. Let me move. Let me move.
Oh my god, we have freezing temps! We have freezing temps! It's negative freezing!
Oh, you bastards. How many people have died with that same skin? I don't know. It's the curse. That skin is cursed tonight. It does seem to be that every person that has passed has had that skin on. We have to take this off. I'm going to take this off. It's getting tighter on my head. Okay. We're D Yoshi'd. We are D Yoshi'd. Otter poops.
I quit.
Why does he quit? There we go. He's free. Wait, why do you quit? What happened?
Can we delete those two photos, both ghost photos that it decided to delete, or that it decided to delete? Stupid.
Bro, she got wheels. Do we only have spirit? It's so fast. That's Morroy, right? I didn't kill the Yoshi. I set it free.
It's a Morroy.
Roger that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, did we have freezing?
Yeah, it's a little fast, you know?
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, that's a speedy boy. Oh, we just need one more photo. Damn, song. Freedom from head sweat. Oh, just freedom. Is Song alive? Oh, there he is.
You really need 2 more pictures after that then, yeah?
Yeah. Just saw her run from the living room before the stairs. Gotcha. Give me a second. I'll just get my tea bag on. What's up?
I know.
Do we need one more photo?
2 more.
I mean, I'm not too worried about
2 more.
it. I have to.
Listen, Linda, listen. This card always makes the stream look blocky for a while. Oh, yeah, because of the artifacting. It's, yeah, the bitrate can't handle it. Bitrate definitely struggle buses. She's gonna hunt them in now. I got that smudge off. Hopefully that saved you. Do I see someone with their light in the kitchen? Sounds slow to you? Slow? Alright, you're good.
I'm alive.
I threw a smudge through the door.
It hit the breaker.
That works.
Where's the camera?
Here.
Give me. I haven't taken pictures of salt yet. Are these 3 stacks? Are these 3 stacks?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't taken pictures of any salt yet. It's fine.
Oh, the one in the back is 3.
She's coming with.
He's like, let's go, we're out of here.
Guys, let's go. Hey, society, how are you? You're on mobile. Gotcha. You're good. Just came for the couch. We're good. Alrighty. We have all the photos. We got the ghosty. We got the stuff and the things. CJ, thank you for the tier 1. Did we get the bone?
I mean, yes. And we need to
Yeah,
get
yeah, I
Snuffles.
got it.
Oh, we didn't do family game?
That was a good call, though. Sherlock, that was a good call. I didn't think about it.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Hit the cutoff. We didn't get to do family game.
We didn't get to do family
Kept
game.
coming from the living room.
Oh, no. What a stinky. What a stinky.
Alright, where to next?
Where to? Yep, you guys choose.
Great question. Have you done Edfield yet?
I've been messing with you for the past few days. I appreciate you. Have we done what yet?
Edgefield.
I think she said
I think we have, but I mean, I'm totally down to do whatever.
We're gonna give you guys mouth hugs.
Family Goose, just Nickelodeon slime. Heyo.
Oh gosh.
We've done prison. We've done it. But listen, whatever you guys want.
How about Ridgeview? How about Ridgeview?
I'm down.
We'll
That's a
go
gr-
for it.
That is a great map. There we go.
I'm always down for fridge view.
Ridgeview?
Yeah, fridge view.
In the grass.
Shall be known as Fridgeview. Wish I could unsubscribe and then subscribe again just for the Yoshi.
can we?
Get out of here.
We'll have to run around with a stimpy thingy.
What? Are we okay? Firelight Incense photo. Thank you, car. Alright, let's rock. No. No cards, no mirror. EMF 3. This.
Well, that was easy.
I don't know if it's in the kitchen or if it's over here in the foyer. Oh, I just saw breath. Wait, no, it's wait, it's snowing, right? It's snowing.
It's snowing,
Yeah.
so
All right, let me get the power on. Fridge you forever. Oh, Jesus.
Turn off the car. We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Turn it off. Turn it
Somebody in
off.
circle?
We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. We gotta turn off the car. Turn off the car. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
are you
Mark down in the
Very throwy.
So do it. It's the kitchen.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, you're talking to the ghost. Oh, okay.
lockers, far lockers in garage are open.
Noted. Did Dixperbot just do that? Alice, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Seeing some breath in there. There's a good chance for freezing. Let's get Dotskis. Let's get that. Let's get this.
Spirit boat.
Elderly victim.
Everybody's looking at my tight pants. I got my
Does that
tight
count?
pants.
Oh.
Pants on.
Sorry, I wasted a photo.
Why can't I place that there? What?
We can delete them now, so it's okay.
I feel bad. I just noticed it. I was like, oh, cool.
Got the boner. Nice.
We don't need to know that. Where are you?
The far
Oh, Tut. Where are you?
Got the dots photo. Oh, it's a Dio. Hi, Dio.
Sweet.
We need to delete that first pic that was not taken by me.
Yeah, confirmed. 100% Dio.
Yep.
It's a Dio?
It's the Dio. If you've never heard that response before, that is the special Dio response.
GG easy.
this, get this, this. Who put these in there? Hey! Ha! Getting wrecked, nerd. The pottery is what you heard? The pottery. Gotta get some sleep. Have a great rest of the night. Thank you, Sam. I know, it's my jam. Is this a 3-stack?
Yes, that's a 3-stack.
Well, guess what?
Now it's a 6. Now it's
a
9-stack.
niter.
Oh my goodness. By the way, I already got a ghost dots photo. So
Nice.
Nice.
Ghosty, walk over here. No, over here, stupid.
Shut your stuff. Shut your stuff.
Do the take.
Do the catwalk.
Do take. Come on, little Dio. Come for a late night snack. Bone. I think you did. So, Song, did you say you got the bone? Yeah, never mind. I see it.
Yeah.
I see the journal.
What
is it doing?
It's over here. Why are you over here?
Sorry, it'll roam back here eventually. I want to be able to set the microwave off myself. It's not fair.
Hush, little
I know,
Dio,
right?
don't say a
hey.
word. Just
we
walk
gonna
through
put
the
some
salt,
ramen real
you
quick? Why
big
can't I
fat
do it?
nerd.
I thought you were gonna call it turd. Hey! I didn't do anything to you. It threw a book at me. I mean, a folder.
We're full,
Is
by
it
the
a
way.
folder or a cutting board?
Not. Oh wait. Oh, maybe it is a cutting board. Why did I say folder? Oh, because it has a
We
tab
are,
on it.
Well, yeah.
We are full.
I thought it was a folder too.
Yeah. Is it? Why is that in the kitchen?
Well, I have little cutting boards that are kind of like that, and they
That's
have
little-
like little symbols on it for specific things.
What's the little sliver guy for? Is that for like when you want to empty like the juices?
Yeah.
Could be. For the longest time, I thought it was like a folder for recipes.
Listen, I'm pretty sure the Manila
Hey, imagination.
shirt is probably over here. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
The Manila shirt. Yes.
Your Manila
envelope
T-shirt.
shirt.
Excuse me.
Right here.
Right here. See if we get Dio response.
Are we
again.
gonna take our
Where
dog
are
for
you?
a walk? Because otherwise, we have a perfect game.
Are you near?
Far from there.
Where are you?
Far.
Are you near?
Taken away.
Where are you?
Out-handed.
Are you near? Where are you?
Slips away.
Are you close?
Do the thing.
Slipped away.
Are you near?
Slips away.
Where are you?
Slipped away.
Was taken away.
Are you near?
Taken away.
Are you far? Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Are you near?
Sorry.
Where are you?
Taken away.
Are you near? Where are you? Where are you?
He's hiding.
Are you near?
He's
away.
Where are you?
hiding in our spot next to the fridge.
Are you near? Where are you?
Watch
The
him be
Dio's-
over here.
The Dio's hiding here. Let me do it. Where are you?
He was like, stop bullying.
Oh, he was by the
Oh my, this is awkward. This is awkward. That was a very personal moment.
I can
right there.
confirm she was elderly.
Confirm she right there.
She responded. That's legit. Yeah, the elderly victim was right. That's true. Where are you? I can't believe she showed up there. What the hell? Jesus Christ!
I miss the old spirit box where if you ask how old it is, it'll just go old.
Oh yeah. Oh. No, I think my favorite old response ever was the angsty teenager that would do the hate. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Or
We go
very, very old when it
hate.
goes E.
Oh yeah, E. Damn ghost. Well, it's a good thing I got that without my Yoshi hat on.
Oh, you bastard turned off the breaker.
That way I can make a clip out of it.
How you doing?
That's a tall glass of water right
And
there.
hello there.
No. So we have everything we need, right?
I believe so.
Well,
Yeah, I
she's-
think so.
She's rude as shit. Wow.
Yeah, we got everything.
Okay, we are back. Yeah, we
First-
got everything.
Just
It's perfect
skedaddle
game.
on out of
First you
here.
haunt the place, then you burst the lights. What a jerk.
Like, do you live here? Like, how could you do that?
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, Ruby.
I mean, I guess she doesn't have to pay bills, so I mean, she can break all the lights she wants.
I guess so. It's still rude though.
Very rude.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Fusion.
For me,
Here, calisthenics.
Oh my goodness. Car, we have helped you drain so many of your cards tonight. The jump scares keep getting you?
Easy.
Easies peasies.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Well, friends. Hey! Well, thank you for the games, guys.
Are you still going?
Thank you.
Thank
I
you
don't-
for letting me
honestly,
play.
it's 12:30. Probably not much longer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's bedtime for me after this.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god. Well, thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
great
Thank
night.
you.
You're amazing.
You guys have a great night. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Flash.
Appreciate you.
Bye, friends.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Just want to welcome in Ethan. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go back to the lobby for a second. Let's go back here for a sec.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Oh man, need a feeling in it. We did it. We played earlier. We played tarot cards earlier. So I think I'm gonna prestige on Sunday. I think I'm gonna do it on Sunday. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. Of course. Aurora, thank you so much. If any of you guys did play tonight, I appreciate you. When we hit our monthly goal, the next one, we'll have another game night. There will be no Dixper on. So there'll be normal games to a certain extent. But yeah. Go watch it. Oh, the cards tonight sucked. No, the cards were not good tonight. They were not very good. I wouldn't even worry about it. Would not worry your little head about it. Faster fingers. Oh, there will always be next time, my friend. Always will be next time. Wait for the next time to use. Listen, you only have a couple of cards, so. All right, let's turn off the chat bot. Do. What did I get tagged in? Oh, okay. Couple hundred? Listen, we don't use it very often. We use Dixper like once or twice a year. And I mean, that right there was probably a good representation of, hey, it's not fixed. It's definitely not fixed at all. And I'm so shocked that it could still be so broken. I'm so shocked. About the same frequency we play RL. This is true. It'll be fixed next time. Sure. Enjoyed playing. Song said so many good things about y'all. True. Oh, stop it. No, Song's an absolute homie. Dude, I don't know. Dixper needs to get it together. They're never going to get it together. I had to fight with them for over a year to get squads to work. So that way we could use it with others and it actually work. What is Dixper? Dixper is an interactive platform that allows chat to screw with the streamer. So you play cards and these cards can do different things. Jump scares, they can actually like change your, like what's in your hand and the equipment. There's certain ones you can like burn someone's smudge with it. Yeah, pretty crazy. Miss the entire stream. Hey, dude, it happens. It happens. IRL stuff. I am going to go, well, today, I guess technically today, I get to watch the new Beetlejuice today. I'm excited. I'm jazzed. Ugh. Yeah, I'm so excited. Wife and I are going to go the theater, the local theater that we are going to go see it at. They have custom popcorn buckets and cups. I said, yeah, we are getting our own. Sorry, we are not sharing. What happened to the Yoshi? Listen, it was getting really like, because I couldn't wear the headphones on top of it, I had to wear it under. It was very tight. I could have cut holes in the thing. I just didn't want to break it. Or like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to destroy it. Yeah. Good luck getting one of the good custom popcorn buckets. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're tin. I want to see if it's the ones I'm thinking about. Or if it's my theater that's literally doing their own custom ones. My brother wanted a special Romulus popcorn bucket. They were sold out. Oh, got you. I see a few here. So I guess was the custom one the snake? Because that's okay. That's what I don't see that one. Unless maybe they do have it. There's one that has it's a popcorn bucket that has Bioexorcist on it. That's the one that I want. A normal bucket. The sandworm. Yeah. Snake. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited, man. I've heard really good things about it. The last movie that we saw together was Deadpool and Wolverine, which I didn't take much convincing to get her to go see it. She was like, yeah, I'm down. It's like, okay. Okay. Had the issue where I'd submit a thing on Dixper. It would go away, not show up on the stream. You might have to refresh Dixper, DJ, to see it pop back up again. That might be all you have to do. Oh God, that's going to refresh like crazy. Hold on. I don't know why the cache is doing that. But there we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. All right, let me get rid of this. Maybe. There we go. Excited to see what the new Beetlejuice movie. I'm not sure that it's out around me yet. It should be out everywhere, I think. You guys are doing a double feature Beetlejuice and Twister. Oh, nice. I have not seen that. The new one? I ain't seen it yet. I ain't seen it. It should be out nationwide. I think it came out Thursday, not yesterday, because yesterday was Friday. I'm pretty sure it came out Thursday. I swear it looks so tight. It should be out. Yeah. Should be. The new one. Yeah. That'd be cool. You have to let us know how it is. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard much about it. Honestly, I don't know. Have a great time zone. Goodbye, Mr. Rafa. Thank you, Break of Daylight. I appreciate you. We're going to find someone to go raid, friends. Let us go find someone to say hi to. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Obviously, Yoshi / viewer games / Dixper all happened because of you guys. So thank you. I appreciate you. Bye, Mistress Vampy. But we'll be back on Sunday for more goods. Like I said, I think Sunday we're going to prestige. I think it's going to happen. I think Sunday we're going to do it. So Sunday I'll find a couple of games. Well, I'll play a couple of games and then we will prestige. And yeah, your video is suitable for all. Yeah, I had to freaking contest a YouTube video. Raid. That's right. Got new wallpaper to replace the Bruce wallpaper. What the? Also, I've already begun to talk about my merch for Halloween. That's already in the works. I got ahead of the game on that one, so that way it would be ready by the time that Halloween was coming. So that way it's not like Halloween happens and then all of a sudden now it's out. No, I want it to be out before Halloween hits. Did a video. It was a short. It was a short that said it might not be appropriate for advertisers. And it was like, there's literally nothing in here. And then I have to appeal it, which that doesn't happen very often. No, it's not a strike. No. Definitely not a strike. There's a very, very large difference. Yep, we're working on it now. I knew exactly what I wanted for the merch shirt, and it's in the works. What happens when you include the saucy pics of BJM in the shorts? I hate it here. I offended nobody. Listen, I don't even think I used vulgar language in that clip. And it was of Lethal Company. It wasn't even of Faz. It wasn't BJM, Pantsless, or anything. There was nothing bad about that clip. I think it was the Bracken one where I saw the Bracken. You couldn't even see his body. You saw his eyes. What the? Whatever, man. Whatever. All right. Didn't see the clip. It's up there. I've got it on YouTube and on TikTok. It's around. All right. Again, there are goals, friends. So we are on our way. We are on our way. The Hot Ones is here. It arrived finally. So that's the new one too. Where is it? Yep. These are all new. These are all new. There's like one or two in here that I've tried before. I've tried the barbacoa. I have not tried any of the other ones. None of them. None of them. And as you can see from that, it's not the next goal, but it's the one after. Once we hit that, this happens. Da Bomb's terrible. Oh, never mind. I lied. I have had Da Bomb. But yeah, this is the season 24 lineup. And just to give you an idea of how hot they get, the first one is 1700 Scoville, which is definitely not too bad. The Hot Ones Last Dab experience, 2.6 million. That's all. F you. F you. Have some milk on standby. I will for sure. I will be safe. We have done hot stuff before. Gladly steal those. Listen, the last time we did it, the last time that I did, there was a few in there that tasted actually pretty damn yummy. I kept those upstairs. It's been a long time since we've done it. I kept them upstairs on standby. I was like, these are good. Not gonna lie, I'll probably laugh. That's fair. So what's gonna happen with the Hot Ones? So obviously the next goal is the viewer games, but the one after that is the Hot Ones. And the way we're gonna do that is I'm gonna play Phasmo, but every game that I play, I have to try the next hottest sauce. So I start with the lowest, and the next game, the next one, and go work my way all the way up to the top and see if we can get through the hunt. And live after the heat. So that's the Hot Ones Faz challenge. Yeah. Basically seeing how long we can last. How many games we can get through. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I know where we're going to raid. I know where we're going to go. boop, 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 boop. So, if you guys just so happen to not be subbed, that's for you. If you are subbed, that's for you. My little tier 3s, we love you. That's for you. Without milk or bread. No, I mean, I'm definitely going to have it on standby. One of the guys I work with grows his own peppers. We took a bottle of Honey Jack and added Pepper X to it. Sleep for 6 months. Now this spicy whiskey. I would hate to do that to whiskey because I like whiskey. Reaper Killers. It was developed by the same guy who made the Carolina Reaper. It's almost twice as hot. F that, dude. F that. Screw that. That sounds awful. I enjoy whiskey. I would not do that to whiskey. That sounds like it would ruin it. All right. Dahlia is playing Cult of the Lamb. So we're going to go say hi to Dahlia. Miss Dahlia. I love Miss Dahlia. Dahlia is an absolute homie. I got to hang out with her and Chinggis when I went to go visit Mr. Chinggis. And Dahlia for DahliaCon. Spicy are going out, they're going in. Listen. But guys, if you're not in the Discord already, when you want to get updates about where I am, what I'm doing, when we stream, when we post, all that jazz, the Discord link is there. The rest of my socials are there. This month, be prepared for what days? The 15th and the 16th. The 15th and the 16th, I will not be live because that's when I'll be away for my anniversary. So 15th and 16th, I will not be live. I should be live on Friday. So the 13th, I should be live. And then the Wednesday, the 18th, I should be live. Our actual anniversary is on the 16th. So yeah. Wow. Choosing Mrs. Flash over you guys. I know. It's coming though. Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, we're out of here. I will check you guys on Sunday for more Phasmo fun. We will prestige. We will do all that jazz. We'll be back to our normal non-Yoshi self. So thank you all for everything tonight. I love you all. Peace. Goodbye. See you.